Stay frosty and head over to easymutt.com for the cheapest mutt coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around $40. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Action. Yo, what up, brothers? It's the Director. What's going on, everybody? Who we got in the chat today? Envy Talent. We got Mike Modlin. P. Lacard says he's out today, but he'll be watching it again later today. Good to see you, man. Steven Haho or Jaho, good to see you, dude. Envy Talent, what's going on, everybody? Of course, the Chargers fans super excited this week with the potential of maybe a Davante Adams next season. Of course, all of this is super speculative, right? But you guys know when I get super hyped about anything, I got to go out there and make a case, right? And I think the best case to be made is visually. You guys can catch this on my Twitter. I decided to do a quick little jersey swap of Davante Adams. Some people wondering, like, who is this? I'm like, it's Davante Adams. He just doesn't have 17 because, you know, you cannot touch 17 on the Chargers. That is Phillip Rivers' number, but he did wear number 15 in college, so I felt like that would be pretty appropriate, and I think Jalen Guyton would be up to giving him that number if he were to enter the squad. Welcome to Sim Sundays, where the Chargers will be facing off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. At this point of the season, the Chargers, I believe at 5-4, have made it through a good portion of their season. Pretty dang good, man. Of course, there were some early losses, a lot of those against some really strong teams. Of course, this is something similar that we think might happen in real life too. Not so much the losses, but the tough opponents in the first quarter of that window, or the first half of that window in the season. It's going to be a tall order for the Chargers, and I think if they can make it out 3-3, 4-2, they're going to definitely be in a good position to make a playoff push this year. Let's get a couple more shout outs in here, man. We got Hugo Boss. What's going on, man? Matthew Trakinski, good to see ya. Rico, what's going on, my man? Ginger Man, Philip Harrison, what's going on, everybody? Good to see everyone today. Should be a good one. The last thing I'll say is that today, kind of a cool announcement. This will be the first Sim Sunday on the Xbox Series X, or I should say S, that I have in my studio right now. So we will be playing on that version of Madden. Should look a little bit different. Hopefully the simulations are accurate, because again, we've been playing this on the Xbox One version. This should be pretty exciting, because I do know there's different animations and stuff, and the style of play might look a little bit more like real football. But of course, we are transitioning this in because Madden 22 is just like 17 days away, a couple of weeks away, and that gets me really excited, because this time of year, that generally means that football is just around the corner as well. We did get the new Series S though, guys. I'll show this off real quick, because I do have a rebrand of my second channel coming in. If you guys go to my gaming channel, things have been updated and look a little bit different, so it should be a lot of fun. The purpose of this channel is to get some gaming and stuff, and honestly just get me online a little bit more. Of course, you guys can come into these gaming sessions and ask questions about the Chargers, anything. It's really just a hangout sesh while we play games like Apex Legends, Star Wars, Battlefront, and of course Madden 22 when that does come out. So it should be a really good time. Well, dudes, before we get into this one, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Let's get into this one, dudes. The Chargers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, of course, who just added Melvin Ingram. I did put Melvin Ingram on their roster. Let me turn my TV volume down a little bit. There we go. So we're not blasting you guys in the microphone there. I'm going to turn on my little music here. We're going to get to work. Let's see what the Chargers can do. Of course, 5-4 at this point this season. Chargers fans probably pretty excited in the simulation verse of Sim Sundays. This could be a tall order, though, man. The Steelers have a pretty nasty defense, especially while adding a Melvin Ingram. They already had T.J. Watt, Stephon Tuitt, a lot of really good defensive linemen, I should say, for that team. I think Melvin Ingram in this system might be playing opposite of TJ Watt at outside linebacker. You never know, but he will be involved in this one today. Hopefully everything as far as the depth chart got updated. I had to go re-download the roster and kind of move things around to the way that we have been playing. So we've got ourselves a Joshua Palmer at the wide receiver 3, so he should be seeing some playing time today. And then, of course, we saw a lot of success in the old Madden with Justin Jackson. Hopefully we continue to see that kind of success on the ground. Of course, it did help us quite a bit, I would say, our ground game, by mixing him in there with Austin Eckler, so it should be a good one today. What's going on, Adrian Scott, 49er Media? Good to see you. It's still ASAP Melvin Ingram. Yeah, man. $100 bet against a friend who's a Steelers fan. We actually played them this year. Yeah, dude. I think the Chargers and Steelers, it should be a good game. I think the Chargers beat them last time we played. I think a lot of that had to do with Derwin James and his incredible plays on defense. But that should be a good one, man. I think the Chargers at this point, the roster looks so solid. They can go up against any team in the NFL any given week. I feel like a lot of the losses last season had something to do with coaching, which of course is a issue of the past more than likely. Those bad clock management games really cost us a lot of games last season. And I think the Chargers this year are looking to clean that up with brand new head coach Brandon Staley, a brand new staff of coordinators and coaches. So it should be a lot of fun. Betting key players Eckler and Bosa again score 30 to 35. Yes, let's see your guys' predictions in the chat right now in the comment section. What do you think the score of this game's going to be? Let me know as we get things kicked off. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger are going to start things off here. They're going to hand it off to Najee Harris, who's going to get 1 yard, maybe not even that. Najee Harris and the Steelers, man. I've been talking, we will be talking about other teams as we go throughout the season, right? Najee Harris. A lot of people saying maybe a bit of a too early of a pickup at running back for the Steelers, but really the Steelers, when they get themselves a talented running back there, it seems like they're pretty unstoppable, and I'm kind of worried about Najee Harris at this point in the season, week 11 versus the Chargers. He should be in rhythm by that point, and as you guys know, Harris has a lot of potential to maybe even compete for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Very talented individual. He's going into a good system out there in Pittsburgh. I'm reading some scores out here. Gingerman says 24 to 34. Chargers win. Hugo says 38 to 27 Chargers. Byron says 35 to 21 Chargers. You never know, man. You never know. Yeah, 80% coaching, 20% injuries. Absolutely there, Philip. Absolutely cannot underestimate the danger of injuries. Knock on wood if you're with me. And knock on wood for good luck there. Here comes Big Ben on 3rd and 10. He's not going to be able to get it done. He passes it underneath to number 85, and that's going to be a 4th and 5 all of a sudden. 3 and out, and the Chargers are about to get their first drive on offense. That was rookie Asante Samuel Jr. They're in coverage, and here we go. Now, if you guys are going to be looking for Melvin Ingram on the opposite side of the ball on defense, he should be wearing number 8. Last I checked in, Melvin Ingram will be wearing number 8 in the season, so we decided to update his number there. But again, hopefully everything works out. This is Madden. We got things updated, but you never know what's going to make it on the field in game day. Here come the Steelers with the punt. Do you see the Madden rookie ratings video today? Yes, I did. Asante Samuel's speed, 92. Should be pretty nasty when it comes to Madden. When it comes to Madden, of course, in real life, he is a speedy dude as well. But 92 in Madden, that's what you like to see if you do play, simulation or even Ultimate Team. That's going to be very exciting. Hey, Director. If we do get Davante Adams, do you think we go to the Super Bowl? If the Chargers grab Davante Adams, I'm not sure, what the odds look like as far as teams going to the Super Bowl, but I'm sure the Chargers odds would go way, way up. A lot of people say there's, wide receivers. The Chargers wide receiver group isn't that big of a problem, which of course it's not. But Davante Adams is just such a unique player. There's very few players in the NFL like him, and Keenan Allen's probably the closest one. He makes a big difference on his own. Justin Herbert looks like he's going to chuck it away. Ooh, caught by Mike Williams, but that's going to be out of bounds. Looks like the Steelers defensive line showing up early here. Number 8, Melvin Ingram. You'll see them there on the opposite side there on defense. I think it might have been Bush that got in on that play. but Justin Herbert has to throw it away, but almost brings it in to Mike Williams. Of course, today you guys have noticed as well, the Chargers wearing the royal blue alternate jerseys. Very exciting. They're sending another blitz there, and Justin Herbert's going to fire it off. It's Keenan Allen. Did he get both feet in? Yes, he did. Keenan Allen on the sidelines, and that is a first down Chargers. Keenan Allen, 14 yards, brings it in. Very nice combo there, and that's why a lot of Chargers fans super hyped at the thought of a Davante Adams joining the squad. If Keenan Allen's getting open this consistent, just imagine having Keenan Allen and Davante Adams on the same field. Cause absolute havoc for those defensive coordinators to go up against. Who are you going to double cover? Who are you going to put your best DB on? There's really no solution there. Justin Jackson's going to take it for 1 yard. It's going to be a 2nd and 9. I'm hearing our ceiling is 12-5. Do you agree? I think our ceiling could be 14 wins. If we're talking ceiling. I think our floor could be 9, and what would it be at that point? 8, 9 and 8 with the extra game this year. I think the Chargers fit somewhere comfortably in between, as Austin Eckler's going to pick up the screen, pick up maybe 4 yards. I'm going to stick to my guns. I made a prediction very early this year. We need to update that video as we're getting close to training camp here, of what the Chargers record could be this season. And I was spitballing at 11-6, and that was kind of like my gut take, right? And I usually like to stick to my gut take. Things may have changed just a little bit, but 11-6 feels very good to me here. As we get our 3rd and long, it's Mike Williams with the conversion. Justin Herbert fires another one off, and Mike Williams, who should be much more involved this season, picks up the first down and a nice chunk of yards. Of course, Mike Williams this year, Joe Lombardi has stated he'll be playing X receiver, of course, and that is what the position that Michael Thomas played with the New Orleans Saints, so you can expect a lot more involvement from Mike Williams going into the year. That's a very exciting opportunity for a guy like Mike Williams, who, if he lives up to his potential, could absolutely, if we're talking fantasy numbers, be a wide receiver 1. Here comes Austin Eckler. He's going to pick up the first down. That's what you want to see. Some Justin Jackson on the ground, some Austin Eckler through the air, and the Chargers are moving. My goodness. First game on the Xbox Series S, and the Chargers on defense force a 3 and out and are driving down the field very quickly. Austin Eckler picks up another first down there. Is Slater wearing 69? He should be wearing 71. But again, this is a brand new console. We have to double check stuff. He might be wearing 69. He should not be, though. I cannot change things at this point. This is Madden. He was slated as left tackle. If he is 69, which it looks like it might be, actually. We'll take a look at the jersey here. We'll go ahead and update that before the next one. It should be Slater at left tackle, however, so we'll get things fixed. If you guys catch any other numeral mistakes, anything like that, let me know so we can update the next-gen roster to make sure everything is accurate. He is number 70, yes. He is number 70 in real life. But again, brand new console. We'll get things cleaned up in Week 12. Which next week, who are we playing after the Steelers? The Chargers in Week 12 do play the Denver Broncos. Division game will be a big one for the Bolts. Justin Herbert's got a lot of time. He's going to dump it off underneath to Austin Eckler, who reaches out and picks up the first down. Ooh, that's exciting stuff right there. Austin Eckler, of course, in real life, shakes off a lot of tackles, reaches for the extra yardage, and there he's going to pick up the first down. We got our first super chat of the evening coming in, guys. We'll read that right after this play here. Let me know what you guys think of the next-gen play, by the way. The gameplay does play a lot different. Justin Herbert's going to motion to Keenan Allen. It's going to be a fake handoff and actually hand it off there to an Austin Eckler. Pick up maybe a yard or two there. First super chat of the day. Let's bring that one in here. Blue Deftone. He says, with the $5 Hala Director, do you think with the new scheme, do you think Lombardi will either use Stick or Daniel as a Taysom Hill option? Very good question. Taysom Hill, very unique player. I don't think we've really seen anybody quite like him, especially the way that they utilize him in New Orleans. It's quite possible that they try to utilize him that way, as the Chargers will be scoring their first touchdown. That's Jared Cook, who should be number 87. We'll add that to our notes there. Jared Cook into the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. And the Chargers are first to score. Very nice offensive drive for the Bolts. Not looking good for the Steelers very early here. Of course, we're using updated rosters as provided by TFG. Couple of different adjustments. We got people in the right positions and stuff like that. But Jared Cook, the first one to score. Let me grab my notepad out here to make sure we get a list of these players that we need to update as far as numbers. And that would be Slater and Cook so far. Keep your eyes peeled for any more players there, guys. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. As for Taysom Hill, Easton Stick, who I believe might be on the outs when it comes to the roster, because in bringing Chase Daniel in, who Chase Daniel's definitely not going to be the kind of guy that you want to run in a Taysom Hill package. If Easton Stick does make the roster, however, I can see there being an opportunity for him to maybe experiment in that role. Not quite full-fledged like we've seen with Taysom Hill, but of course you guys know Easton Stick did play multiple positions. I think last season or a couple seasons ago, the Chargers had him playing as a backup safety. He definitely does have the speed to make something happen there. So if he does make the roster, I would have light suspicions that the Chargers may experiment with him in those kinds of packages. Thank you so much there, Blue Deftone, for the first $5 holla of the evening. Need all the turnovers from defense this game. Yes, we do. So far, the Chargers looking pretty good. Of course, at 5-4, the Chargers definitely hit a lot of rough patches this season. For a couple of weeks there, we were struggling whether or not to continue the series because we just didn't know if Madden was an accurate representation of what the Chargers might be doing. But again, I took a hard look at the actual situation for the Bolts. The first half of the season definitely very, very steep. Then you get into the middle portion of the year and things do lighten up a little bit. Of course, the Steelers are a good team, but definitely not as good as some of the opponents the Chargers have already faced this season. Yes, K9. I'm seeing that now too. Kenneth Murray needs to be changed to number 9. We'll go ahead and add that there. Kenneth Murray also needs to be changed to number 9. Good looking out there, fellas. Good looking out. 2nd and 7. The Steelers back on offense. Of course, going 3 and out last drive. Do they have what it takes to continue on in this drive here? Try and convert their first down of the game. And no, it looks like Kenneth Murray, who is wearing the wrong number, will be K9 Kenneth Murray, gets in there for the sack. And that's something you should see a lot more of this season as compared to last season. The Chargers not blitzing quite as often. This season, I do expect to see Kenneth Murray get after the quarterback quite a lot more than he did last year. There goes Big Ben Roethlisberger down on the ground. Kenneth Murray gets in there for the sack. All of a sudden, it's a 3rd and 16. The Chargers are off to a really, really good start this game. The last couple of weeks, even in those wins, the first couple of quarters definitely started out a lot slower. The Chargers able to pick things up in the second portion of the game. Here come the Chargers defense once again, forces the incomplete throw, and that time it was Uchenna Nwosu forcing the incompletion there. And at a 4th and 16, back-to-back 3 and outs, the Steelers are looking to punt it away yet again. Very good start for the Chargers here. Very first game on the next-gen console, and the Chargers are looking pretty lethal to start things off here. Oh, and one more thing. We gave Joshua Kelly responsibilities at power back since week 1. We've decided to give a shot to Larry Roundtree at this portion of the year at week 11. Larry Roundtree will be handling power back responsibilities for the first time in this simulation series. So we should see, we hopefully see him a couple of times this game, see how he performs. Jordan James about to flash. He should change his number back to 3. Yeah, at first I thought that's what he was going to do, but I think he came out and said that he was staying number 33. So he'll be number 33 in this sim as well. Willie says, me and Larry Roundtree are from the same area. He just followed me. That's awesome, man. GG's. Director, do you know what happened with the jersey numbers? Yes. We switched consoles. If you're just joining me now, we grabbed a brand new Xbox Series S for the second channel, Director Plays. Again, if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, here's a little preview of what's to come. Okay, we're going to be opening a new channel, Director Play, so I needed to grab a brand new Xbox. So this is the first game that we're playing on the Xbox Series S. We went and downloaded the TFG roster, and that roster is amazing, but a lot of the numbers are wrong. So we're just kind of keeping an eye out on which numbers we need to change before next week. Other than that, I think things look pretty good for the Chargers right now. We got everybody in the right place. Justin Herbert's going to sling it. It's Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler on 2nd and 13 is going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage. Just going to be a 3rd and 5. Can the Chargers convert here? I hope not. White James jersey came early this week. Yeah, number 33. A lot of people, I'm sure when it comes to the name of Derwin James, a lot of Chargers fans would definitely bite the bullet and go pick up a new jersey. But yeah, me included, I'd need to go buy a new one as well. Justin Herbert back at passing once again. He's looking, and TJ Watt's going to get in there for the sack, and that's going to stop the Chargers in their tracks. Good defensive play by the Steelers, and the Chargers not able to capitalize on that drive. Of course, when we get into the actual season, guys, the Chargers versus Steelers, you guys know we do videos before every single game, right? This is definitely going to be the player to watch out for in real life, TJ Watt, who I feel has been maybe I don't know, dudes. I feel like he's deserved defensive rookie or defensive player of the year at least a couple of times. So maybe he's been shafted. I feel like people don't take him quite as seriously as they should. He's a very, very dangerous defensive player. You combine him with the likes of Stephon Tuitt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, the Steelers' defense could be a problem. But so far, Justin Herbert at least able to put up his first touchdown of the game. Has been able to best him at least once, but we got to watch out for TJ Watt. The guy can absolutely turn a game on its head in just a couple of plays. Yeah, I know. Once we get Madden 22, I see the Lynn comment. Once we get Madden 22, we get our first look at what Coach Staley looks like on the sidelines. That should be very exciting. After watching the Chargers since the age of 5, I finally got myself a jersey of my favorite all-time player, Junior Seau. Let's go, dudes. Yes, every Chargers fan should own a Junior Seau jersey. Absolutely. I'm actually considering, so I have one of his very old, I got a couple that I don't even fit in anymore. They're from a long time ago. I got like an old school, the jersey that they wore in the 94 Super Bowl. I've got a Junior Seau like 2010 style jersey of Phillip Rivers, like the ones Phillip Rivers would wear. And then I've got a powder blue one from last season kind of style. I think I want to try and get one in this style too. The current styles maybe in powder blue. That'd be pretty sick. Najee Harris is going to pick up the first down for the Steelers. Kenneth Murray in there for the stop. But the Steelers, for the first time this quarter, this game, are going to pick up a first down on the back of Najee Harris. If I'm the Steelers, I'm handing it off quite a bit. But the Steelers also have a very, very talented arsenal of wide receivers. Chase Claypool, who did break out last year. And, of course, Juju Smith-Schuster, who should definitely be kept an eye on as well if you are the Chargers. But trying to get these guys involved, if Ben Roethlisberger still has anything left in the tank, that wide receiver core should perform very, very well next season. Which undrafted free agents besides kicker are you watching for during training camp? Kicker's definitely the biggest one. We had that outside linebacker, Ongbong Bengmiga, I think his name is. I can't believe I remembered his name without having to read it. He's definitely one I'm definitely excited to see. Yeah, the Chargers got a couple in camp. We're going to get into a lot of stuff to watch in camp here very shortly. There's Juju Smith-Schuster with a pass there, but he's not going to be able to bring it in. Of course, who's going to bring it in when Derwin James is in coverage? That's going to force a 3rd and long right there. Have you updated Trey Turner to Pittsburgh yet? No, I have not. That's a good one there, too. We forgot. This roster, I think, was updated a couple of weeks ago. I think just prior to Trey Turner. So, yes, we do need to add Trey Turner there. Unfortunately, that's one that we forgot to add before this game. But, yeah, they should have him on their roster. 3rd and 9. And Trey Turner, just so you know, his rating isn't that good, so you're not missing out on much. That's going to be a first down reception there. Who is that? It's going to be 11 or 19, I bet you. That's Juju Smith-Schuster with his first catch of the day. The Steelers catching some momentum right now. Hopefully the Chargers defense can come in clutch here and stop any sort of points. But still, Big Ben starting to find his rhythm. Juju Smith-Schuster getting open. Who's that in coverage? Nasir Adderley in coverage there. Is able to make the stop. Steelers pick up a first down at the 40-yard line. I think we'll get Juju next year. I think the Chargers, they're going to have a wide receiver situation on their hands next season. My best hope, here comes Big Ben. Oh, just overthrows Juju Smith-Schuster. That would have been a big gain right there. My biggest hope is that Mike Williams sees a huge breakout season and the Chargers give him a nice extension, okay? At that point, if the Chargers do that, maybe picking up a Davante Adams, a Juju, any sort of free agent, the chances of that go way down. If Mike Williams struggles oh, here comes Joey Bosa! Joey Bosa, let's see 97s in the chat. Joey Bosa in his first sack of the evening. If Mike Williams struggles at any point this season, maybe trying to stay healthy, maybe getting open, working into the new system, maybe Mike Williams is left out. Maybe Mike Williams does not get the extension and the Chargers do have a wide receiver situation on their hands. In which case, there's a lot of options to choose from in free agency. You should see a Davante Adams. You should see a Juju Smith-Schuster. There will be options for the Chargers, and at that point, the Chargers should have so much cap space that I honestly, if I'm a betting man, I'd say it's more than likely that they would be picking somebody up. They sent Derwin James in there on the blitz, but it's not enough. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to not pick up the first down. 4th and 6 there. Kazir White in coverage. Kazir White, game ball last week, forcing the turnover on that fumble on special teams. Comes back at it again here in coverage. And he's going to be able to stop any sort of yards after the catch from Eric Ebron. Nice player there, Eric Ebron. He's a nice player, but not quite at the line of scrimmage there. Big Ben and the Steelers looking to punt it away here. And the Chargers will get their third opportunity on offense here, likely the last drive of the first quarter. Why are you drinking some coffee, eating some donuts? I will here in a minute. We have the reason why the videos have been out a little slower this week. We got family in town, and everybody's upstairs. But let's just say it's tough to get to the coffee maker first right now. I got my in-laws and people staying with us right now, so I got myself a nice little Coke Zero here. We'll chug this and maybe get some energy in there. But yeah, so far so good. And then next week things should start to pick up a little bit, especially as we're getting close to Chargers training camp. We need to identify some of the players that Chargers fans should be paying attention to as we get into training camp. There's a lot of players that might be on the bubble and a lot of players looking to make the roster, so it should be a lot of fun. 1st and 10, Justin Herbert. He's got some time. He's going to hit Austin Eckler again. Austin Eckler very much so involved through the air, and he's going to pick up a lot of extra yardage there. Justin Herbert, 117 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. Austin Eckler going out of bounds. And Austin Eckler, he's got to be close to 50 yards, maybe more than 50 yards just through the air in this game so far. Look at that, getting wide open. It looked like a Texas route to me, and he's going to take it all the way. After breaking one tackle, he's going to take it all the way to the 48-yard line, almost midfield. Do you think we need another corner? Yes, at some point, but the Chargers fans, don't worry too much about that right now. It's definitely one of the bigger concerns, but the Chargers, at least at name value right now, look really good at starters. Here comes Eckler again, man. Austin Eckler picks up another 9 yards or so. And yeah, Austin Eckler's going to have himself a heck of a game through the air if they continue at this pace, passing to the halfback position. That's crazy. Let's see some X in the chat. Yes, Xavier Howard. We did put a video out about Xavier Howard. It's funny. It's funny. I think at some point, like when I'm making videos and stuff, there's some points where I feel like I'm jumping the gun a little bit, like maybe not enough has developed yet. But if you go back and look at the dates on videos, when it comes to subjects of Davante Adams and Howard and stuff like that, I was one of the first to be talking about it. I was one of the first to be covering it, and then maybe something else develops and then it becomes more of a popular topic amongst the NFL. But yeah, we talked about Xavier Howard a long time ago, and And I feel like he definitely, if he becomes available, there's those big names that you go after every once in a while, right? Xavier Howard definitely needs to be one of those guys that the Chargers consider if he becomes available, because all of a sudden that defense is one of the best in the league. Here comes Justin Jackson. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the ground. The Chargers utilizing their halfbacks through the air quite a bit in this drive. Missed the whole first quarter. It was good, man. Justin Herbert and the Chargers, their first offensive drive looked really good, and that defense stepped up. So far, the Chargers defense certainly stepping up to the plate this game. The Steelers got really close to picking up some momentum last drive, but the Chargers shut that down with the Joey Bosa sack. We want Davante Adams. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And the Chargers, people don't realize how much money the Chargers have. The Chargers certainly have a lot of money to work with here into the season. Here comes, almost intercepted by number 34 there. Almost intercepted. Luckily, that was out of bounds. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. Austin Eckler was open in that situation. Justin Herbert forces the deep ball. Luckily picked off out of bounds. What's his name, number 34 again? I forget his name. He's a good player. He's a good player. Ben asks, are you excited for the new season of Apex? Oh, yeah, man. As someone who likes to play a lot of crypto, that new Seer Legend looks really nasty. I'm excited to try him out. Keenan Allen's going to get wide open in the middle of the field. This is what I'm talking about, fellas. This is what I'm talking about, okay? If you're Justin Herbert, and that's a good play, that's a good example. That's a really good example of a play that Justin Herbert sees in real day NFL football, right? An actual game day. See Keenan Allen wide open there in the middle of the field. Keenan Allen's the kind of route running wide receiver that he's going to see that a lot, and that's why Keenan Allen gets so many receptions every single season. You imagine having 2 of those guys, it makes Justin Herbert's job so much easier. There's going to be somebody open pretty much every single play if a Davante Adams is also on the field. That's why a lot of Chargers fans excited at the idea of a Davante Adams joining the squad. The 2 best route runners in the league on the same team, ridiculous. The thought is just ridiculous. Fuse is the way to go. Hey, man, I play a lot. So I'll tell you guys real quick, my mains on Apex Legends, okay? My favorite character, and probably the character I play the most, is Caustic. And keep in mind, I only started playing in the middle of Season 8, so I hadn't gotten to play during like the big meta whatever years of Caustic. But I love the way he plays. Then Valkyrie, actually, it turned out I was really good with her. Crypto's the main guy that I play in Ranked. And then outside of that, Fuse. I play Fuse for fun. So those are the 4 legends. Everybody else I kind of play now every once in a while, but I love Fuse as well. Ooh, Josh Palmer almost picking up some nasty yards, but he was out of bounds. It's going to be a 3rd and 11. We got another $2.99 holla. A $3 holla coming in from Blue Deftone. He says, do you think Campbell will step up this year as far as the defensive back? Yeah, I definitely can see that. I think Coach Staley's already talked about liking his measurables. He's definitely got the speed, but they definitely have some work to do as far as his game a little bit. But if he can clean things up, I think he definitely has potential to be big there. Jump ball for Josh Palmer. It's not going to happen. Chargers 4th and 11 are going to have to go for the field goal here. Here comes Michael Badgley for the try. But the Chargers, the Steelers defense at that point looking really nasty. Watt, who already had a sack this game, was getting in very consistently, forcing the pressure and bad throws. 4th and 11, here comes the field goal. And it is good. The Chargers are going to take a 10-0 lead. But so far, this is kind of pretty close to what I'm expecting in the real-life game here. Maybe a touchdown or so. Some points for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that defense is what I'm most concerned about. The Steelers defense looks pretty good. Fuse, Bloodhound, and Loba. Nice, man. Octane main, stand up. Yeah, my brother's an Octane main, man. He's been playing Octane a long time. Again, we only started playing back in, I think, April. And we've had a lot of fun. I think we started playing, like, we played when it first came out, and it was cool. But we only played for a couple of weeks. It feels like a completely different game now, which is why we decided to pick it up again. Yeah, Bloodhound's pretty nasty, too. Yeah, we can breathe. Michael Badgley converts there, the field goal, and now we got a 10-0 lead. Here come the Steelers. The Steelers definitely need to pick things up here. Offensively, it looked like maybe something was developing last drive, but all of a sudden things aren't looking too good. We got some more super chats coming in. We'll read the first one right after this drive here, or right after this play here. Give me 1 second, boys.
Big Ben of the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they get him down.
Big Ben with forever to throw finds Chase Claypool for a nice first down there. Let's check out some of these super chats. Envy Talent coming in says, can we talk about special teams? What's your expectation? I would say special teams under the radar was a big focal point for the Chargers this offseason. I think when you look at the later part of the draft, they picked up some solid names to contribute on special teams. Nick Neiman, probably one of the most exciting of the bunch. And then they picked up, what's his name, Smith from the Buccaneers, defensive back, one of the best special teams players in the nation. He's definitely going to have a role this year. And then, of course, brand new special teams coordinator in Darius Swinton. He's definitely got a very nice way of looking at special teams. I think the special teams, from where they were last season, the only way to go is up, right? And the Chargers have made a lot of moves, a lot of low-key moves to help address that. I think the biggest improvement that we could see in roster from last season, too, could be a Joe Reed, who should be more involved. That was really what his specialty was last season, and I don't know if he was utilized quite to his full potential. I think we're going to see a lot of improvement from special teams. Thanks for the $2 holla there, Envy Talent. We had another one coming in from Jason Greer, who says, football is a game that is won in the trenches. Assuming we maintain our health, how soon before the O-line gels? What is your opinion on our D-line and its depth? Yes, the offensive and defensive line looks really good, right? Of course, the biggest improvement maybe of any team at the offensive line has been the Chargers this season. And the Chargers offensive line, as you did mention, has a lot of new names in there. As Big Ben's going to chuck it, and he's not going to hit his target. It's to be another 4th down. Do they go for it here, 4th and 1 at midfield? I would go for it here in no man's land. The Chargers with so many new players, the legitimate concern from fans and from Chargers fans, and they're going to punt it away, is that the line's going to take a long time to gel, which is a legitimate concern. That is something that does take a long time to build chemistry among the offensive line. But I feel their X factor in that particular situation was Corey Linsley. Corey Linsley is the kind of center, that position being very important to the communication of the entire line and the quarterback. That is a position that if you don't have a good center, yeah, it might take a long time for that line to gel. But his experience, his history, his charisma, his leadership skills, I think is going to be something the Chargers lean on very heavily in this new offensive line. Like the entire offensive line is going to benefit from his presence on the line. And because of his presence, I don't think it's going to take too long for the offensive line to gel. Now, unfortunately, the Chargers will be facing the Washington football team week 1, and that's going to be a big test for that brand new unit. If they can make it out of there without too much trauma, I think that's a good sign for the Chargers offensive line in the future. As far as the defensive line, however, I would like to see another big boy defensive tackle come in for the Bolts to swap in with Linval Joseph, to rotate in with Linval Joseph. Outside of that, Jerry Tillery, it's kind of a wait and see. I think this is a much better system for him. And then, of course, Joey Bosa looks really solid. So the line looks good. It could look better, but it looks good on defense. The offense looks really solid. And because of Corey Linsley, I think it's going to gel sooner than later. Thanks so much for the question there, man. I really appreciate it. And the $5 holla. Blake says, it feels really cool being able to say our offensive line is better than some teams. Our offensive line is better than a lot of teams, man. I would say the Chargers offensive line is well above average, and that's automatically you're talking at least better than 16th in the league, right? I would say the Chargers are close, if not a top 10 offensive line team on paper right now. We have to wait and see how that translates into real football, but on paper, the offensive line looks really good. It's going to be a 4th and inches for the Chargers. Justin Herbert finds Jared Cook. I don't know if it's going to be enough for the Chargers to go for it here, though. At the 30-yard line, they might need to punt it away. 9 minutes left to play in the second quarter. What are your thoughts on Mike Davis? I love his speed a lot. Mike Davis is physically the archetype that you want to see at cornerback, right, in the league right now. And I think that's why he was one of the bigger priorities for the Chargers to re-sign this offseason. The guy's really tall, like 6'1", 6'2", something ridiculous, and he's got a lot of speed. If he can clean up some of his play on the field, he could definitely turn into a very high-caliber cornerback 2, in my opinion. He might even have the potential to be a cornerback 1. As the Chargers, they're going to close them inside the 5, and the Steelers have to start from the 3-yard line. I don't have a lot of hope for the Steelers to convert here, man. That's a tall order right there against that Chargers defense. Has been pretty lethal this game so far. Maybe you got to watch out for his safety if you're the Steelers right now. But Mike Davis, I have a lot of hope for. Again, in this system, he should have his best opportunity to shine, and he is on the roster for a few more seasons. So I think that he's going to look really nice with the Brandon Staley defensive scheme this year. Mike Williams, a whole new person with short hair. I didn't recognize him. What my first thought was, I don't know if you guys saw, Mike Williams got a haircut, right? My first thought was, thank God his helmet might actually stay on when he hits the ground. Because normally when you got that much hair in a football helmet, it makes it easier for it to pop off, right? Because there's a whole bunch of stuff between the helmet and your head. Since he got his haircut, my first thought was, thank God his helmet might stay on when he hits the ground now, which is a really good thing. It's a really good thing. But yeah, he looks solid, man. It's a new Mike Williams. You know, the haircut trick worked for Justin Herbert. I think Mike Williams is trying to hone in on a little bit of that, right? He looks good, man. He looks good. He's looking fly. Bosa for the safety. Yeah, man. Let's hope. Yeah, he looks clean. Tranquil's number is wrong, too. Thank you so much, man. I'll add that to my notes here. We're going to get that all fixed up before next week. Here comes Najee Harris. And Harris, with that spin, almost cost himself a first down. But he is going to fall forward for the first down. The Steelers get themselves out of a sticky situation. Who'd you guys say? Oh, yeah, Drew Tranquil. Drew Tranquil also needs an update to the number. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, all that's going to be looking really good next week. Move that changed Najee Harris. That rookie's going to be like one of my favorite this year, man, to watch. I like Najee Harris in college. I'm very excited to see what he does with the Steelers. I think he's in a really good situation. I want to see the Chargers win a Super Bowl. Yeah, Beast Mode, me too. I think since, 2006, the Chargers showing signs of being closer than they have been in a long, long time to be Super Bowl contenders. Here come the Steelers one more time. Who's that in coverage? Asante Samuel and Chris Harris Jr. forced the incompletion. Yeah, he's looking good. Has Rashawn Slater signed yet? No. And don't worry about that, guys. I think there's some sort of predetermined union price or whatever that he's going to get. I think they're just sorting out contract details as far as guarantees and stuff. A lot has changed since the Joey Bosa days. I don't think we're going to see something like that again. And of course, people getting signed in front of him stuff too does determine the cost. So I don't know. I think that's nothing to worry about. He's going to get signed soon. He's actually been participating at camp too without the contract, so that speaks a lot for that situation. There's nothing to worry about there. Josh Palmer is signed. Yes, Josh Palmer as of yesterday is signed. Does that make Slater the only pick that is unsigned at this point? I think it is. Chase Claypool with the really nice play, split the coverage right there, Big Ben. And Bosa in combination with Derwin and a whole bunch of people are able to get Claypool down. John says, I'm excited for this preseason to start. I want to see if Easton has finally progressed enough to keep a spot. Has high hope for him in the past. Yeah, Easton Stick, definitely a Chargers fan favorite. We'll have to wait and see how he does. Linval Joseph's going to get in there for the strip sack. But it's going to be recovered by the Steelers. Still a 2nd and 21. After starting at the 3, the Steelers are going to need a big play here to dig themselves out of this hole. Trey McKitty hasn't signed. That's right. It's McKitty and Slater that still need to sign. That's correct. But yeah, nothing to worry about too much there. Nothing to worry about. Can't wait for training camp to start, says Richard. So we get to hear all the Staley interviews after practice. Yes, more Staley. Give me more. Brandon Staley, the dude, when he talks football, it's like hearing a storyteller, a famous storyteller. Everyone's, huddled around the campfire, and they're just so good at their craft. The man knows how to talk football, man. I'm excited to hear more of what his plan is this season. In 3rd and 21, the Steelers decide to give it to Najee Harris on the ground. I like Najee, man, but in that situation, maybe you want to pass it to Juju or Claypool or Ebron. You got a lot of options there in the pass, man. You got a lot of options there in the passing game. They decided to hand it off to the rookie running back. 3rd and 18. Chargers looking good here. Looks like they might be sending some more heat here. Big Ben. Here comes Uchenna Nwosu, and it's overthrown yet again. Big Ben Roethlisberger. Again, this is a downloaded roster from TFG, one of the best in the business. Big Ben might have seen a little bit of a nerf. He sailed a lot of balls today. And, of course, that's something that can definitely happen in real life. Of course, Big Ben up there in age. We've seen a lot of injuries, maybe some signs of decline. Could this be the year? Of course, what are the Steelers going to do after this season? I was very shocked and surprised to see them not get into the quarterback sweepstakes of the 2021 NFL Draft. Lots of options this season to go get yourself a legitimate option at quarterback, maybe backup, maybe a guy of the future as Big Ben continues to age, and they decided not to. Who do they still have? They got Mason Rudolph, right, as their quarterback too. You really going to go into 2022 with Mason Rudolph as your quarterback? I think not. Maybe they have a plan to trade up like crazy and grab one of the better prospects next season, but I don't know, man. If I were the Steelers, I would have drafted somebody to go into next year to train this season, and they decided not to. Here come Chargers and the offense. On the play action, Herbert's going to get stripped, and it's picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Minkah is going to take it in for the touchdown. Steelers, what a disastrous play for the Chargers there. 3 guys got through and forces the fumble. Minkah Fitzpatrick takes it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers, and they're going to close this lead just a little bit. My goodness, what a disastrous play. Looks like it was forced by Melvin Ingram. Melvin Ingram forces the fumble, picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick and taken back to the house. Not good. Not good at all. That was a big mistake right there by the Chargers offensive line. Who's number 69? Yeah, the numbers are all messed up this game, Derpy. 69 is Slater. 69 is Slater. We did get a $2 holla in here, guys. I'm going to answer this real quick. Blue Deftone with the $2 holla says, do you think Asante will be on Tyreek Hill? Good question, but I don't think he will. I think Tyreek Hill, as far as coverage, you want to match him up with speed, right? Asante is very fast, but I think it's going to be a Mike Davis situation there. And that's going to be a tall order for him. It really is. He's going to have to face him twice this season. I think he does give us the best shot at making sure he doesn't get open up top. But yeah, I don't know if Asante's going to be going up against stuff like that. I think Asante, definitely the coaching staff's going to want to put him in the best position to succeed. So in that situation, I can see Asante going up against, let's say, like Mecole Hardman. I think he could definitely handle a Mecole Hardman for sure. Yeah, it does feel like a real game. Disastrous event right there. The Chargers fumble, the Steelers scoop it up and take it in for the touchdown. And all of a sudden, we're looking at a 10-7 lead instead of a 10-0 lead. And the Chargers offense is back on the field. Ooh. O'Day missed it. Yeah, I think O'Day Abushi. I'll have to go back and look at it. There's no way we could get both Howard and Adams. No, I mean, it's absolutely possible that we could, but both of them want to be the highest paid of their positions, right? So if the Chargers were to do that, it makes wiggle room very difficult for years to come. But if they sign contracts within Justin Herbert's rookie contract, it's definitely possible. Here come the Steelers, and the Steelers are going to pick up another turnover. Back-to-back plays. The Steelers defense all of a sudden hones something within themselves to force back-to-back turnovers. Justin Herbert, a rare interception there, and the Chargers all of a sudden are in trouble. This is exactly what we have to worry about in real life. The Steelers' defense, very, very good. In this simulation, Madden says, hey, dude, we're not going to hand it to the Chargers. They're going to have to earn it. Not looking good here, man. The Chargers defense comes back out on the field. Not looking good at all. Yeah, the offense is definitely struggling at this point. Steelers defense, definitely one of the better in the league, in my opinion. They got some huge playmakers on that side of the ball. Yeah, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Aside from Mike Williams' haircut, I think Austin Eckler met Slater. Saved the bell. Mario Lopez. That's hilarious. Couldn't find a pic of Mike Williams' haircut. It was in some interview or something. It was random. I saw it randomly online. Yeah, he's got a short haircut now. All right, Chargers defense. They need to stop here, man. The Steelers definitely in field goal range now. Maybe a sack or something to force them back. Keep that lead. But so far, not looking great. And it's going to be a dump off. 89 is free. Number 89 is going to take it all the way to the house, and the Chargers are going to lose their lead. That's Pat Freiermuth. Rookie drafted this season. Pat Freiermuth is going to take it all the way in to the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Yikes. Big yikes. The Chargers, in just 3 plays or 4 plays, go from a 10-point lead to a 4-point deficit. Oh, my God. Was that really Pat Freiermuth? Did he really go to the Steelers? Yeah, he did. He's going to look real good in Steelers, man. He's going to look real good for the Steelers. Oh, my God, yeah. Pat Freiermuth takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Steelers. And the Chargers all of a sudden going to be playing from behind. You know, it's funny. We're on a new-gen console now, right? We're on the Xbox Series S. In the last console, the Chargers maybe struggled in the first half a little bit, right? In the second half, they honed into something, and they came out guns a-blazing. We can hope that's what's happening here. But we've seen an epic collapse of the Chargers in the last couple of drives. Back-to-back turnovers, both touchdowns for the Steelers, and all of a sudden the Chargers are in a really tough situation. Still 4 minutes left to play in the first half. The Chargers can certainly drive down the field, score a touchdown, retake the lead before going into the tunnel, and they do receive in the second half. I don't know, man. Back-to-back turnovers, a fumble by Justin Herbert, an interception by Justin Herbert, and now the Chargers are looking to play a little bit of catch-up here. I'm doing fine when I wasn't here, and now I joined. Yeah, dude, that's what my wife thinks sometimes. She's like, oh, man, I'm bad luck. Every time I come in the room, something's happening. I'm like, no. Don't worry about that. We're all superstitious. Yeah, we are using an Xbox. I'm sorry, man. I've been playing Xbox since I was a kid. A huge Halo fan. Do you think the O-line should be our #1 priority next year's draft, or you think we should draft someone on defensive side? I think the Chargers are going to start shifting focus to their defense. The offensive line, if anything, if they have a need on the offensive line next season, I think the most pressing need might be right tackle, depending on what happens with Brian Bulaga, but you never know. Lots of options. There goes Jared Cook. Again, the wrong number. Jared Cook, number 88 there in this game. Next week it will be 87. He's going to take it for 6 yards. I'm not worried about offensive guard nose tackle depth this season. A nose tackle, I certainly would like to see an improvement there. Now it says chat disconnected. There we go. We're back at the chat. All right, the Chargers offense. Looks like we converted a first down. That was Keenan Allen. 3 minutes left to play, 34-yard line. The Chargers, I would say, need to put points up on the board right now. They have definitely collapsed here in the later part of the first quarter or the first half. They need to put up points here. Big drive for the Chargers. Here come the Chargers. Justin Herbert's looking for an open target. He's going to hit Mike Williams, and Mike Williams going to take him past the mid-field mark there. And that is a first down Chargers. Mike Williams, a couple nice receptions this game. 163 yards passing for Justin Herbert in the first half. That's a pretty nice game on his side there. Of course, the 2 turnovers. I wouldn't blame the fumble on him too much, but the interception right in the hands of number 55. That's definitely something we got to clean up. 1st and 10. Here comes Justin Herbert. He's going to hit Mike Williams one more time. Mike Williams is free. Mike Williams, can he outrun number 23? Mike Williams is almost in to the end zone. Down at the 2-yard line, out of bounds. Mike Williams, back-to-back huge plays. And the Chargers fans are going nuts. Very close to a touchdown there. The Chargers must capitalize here. 2 yards to pay dirt, and the Chargers can retake the lead. Whoo! Things got a little crazy here, guys, at the end of the second quarter. So many points up in the second quarter. Mikey says, I do have a son, yes. First and goal, Austin Eckler, stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a second and goal. 3 yards to go. The Chargers need to pass. Yes, 81's in the chat. Blake says, Director, as Asante Samuel pans out, do you think we'll still draft another cornerback next year? And what would be our first-round pick be? Cornerback is definitely in contention for the first-round guy, right? Just because Chris Harris Jr., very unlikely that he plays after this season with the Chargers. And even if Asante Samuel is amazing, the Chargers are going to need more cornerbacks. They could certainly even get it from free agency. Justin Herbert's looking for an open man. He had one moment there. Can he run it in himself? Justin Herbert's going to run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. And Justin Herbert picks up the points with his legs. And the Chargers retake the lead. Should be 17-14 pending extra point. The Chargers stumbled a little bit at the end of the second quarter there. Able to pick themselves right back up. And Justin Herbert's going to score on the ground. Touchdown, Bolts. Woo! Things got a little crazy here at the end of the second quarter here, man. Oh my God. Don says, any chance we swing for Stephon Gilmore this season? It's possible, but I haven't heard anything regarding the Chargers at this point. Oh my God. Crazy close to the first half of this game, and the Chargers retake the lead. Let's get a stop here in the second quarter. Going to the tunnel, the Chargers will be receiving in the second half. Oh my God, Eckler with the blocking, yes. I was in. I'm seeing him all over the chat. That's hilarious. If you guys are part of the crew, hit us with that H-bomb emoji. I want to see some bolt ups. I want to see some H-bombs. Hit us with those crew emojis, man. That was a nice touchdown by Justin Herbert. I don't know how many rushing touchdowns he has this year, but that definitely adds to the tally there. The score is accurate for the first half, but the Steelers wouldn't get those points the way they did here. Yeah, the Steelers definitely. Do you think the Chargers should make a push for a trade for Chandler Jones? Chandler Jones, he's got to be up there in age, right? Really good player. But I wouldn't push for as hard for him as I would Devontae Adams and Xavier Howard, those kinds of guys. I would be excited if he joined the Chargers somehow. And he definitely would fit in very nice out here, but I don't think he has as much mileage as these other guys that we're looking at. There's NV talent, Hugo Boss. The H-bomb's in the house, man. Let's go. Yes, Salvatore. Who says Justin Herbert couldn't be MVP this season? He's definitely in the running. Definitely in the running. Give me 1 second here, man. Oh, welcome back here from Church Eddie. What's going on, my man? Thanks so much for joining. He says, I do choreography for a choir. That's nice, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I'll be right back, fellas. Be right back. Oh, it's an interception. It's an interception by Derwin James. Oh, what is happening? This is one of the most insane quarters of Sim Sundays that we've ever seen. That's 3 turnovers combined by both teams in the last 5 minutes of play. 33's in the chat, fellas. Let's go. Derwin James makes a play, and Justin Herbert is back out there on the field. The Chargers had dropped their 10-0 lead, regained it 17-14, and now they have a shot to go back here again and score before the second half of play. This is insanity. Oh my God, have we ever seen this much back and forth play in Sim Sundays? The Chargers already in scoring position. Holy cow, number 33 gets it done. Thrown to the back of the head of the lineman. That screen gets blown up. 2nd and 10. Holy cow. We'll have more fans at SoFi for this game. Chargers or Steelers? The Chargers, man. It's a new Chargers, dude. I feel like I get where you're coming from. The Chargers don't have the best reputation when it comes to attendance, I suppose. But it's different this year. I can feel it. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Justin Herbert's going to sling it, and it's Keenan Allen who's going to get close to the first down. It's going to be a 3rd and 1, a minute, and the clock is ticking. Yes, Allen needs a TD. Linsanity, you might say. We still have all those 3 timeouts too, yes. There's like 203 Chargers fans just in here. But letting alone, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about how hard it is to get tickets and stuff now too. And that was before the schedule was released. Mind you there. And the reason why that's an important detail is because that means there's a lot of season ticket holders this year. Very exciting stuff. Justin Herbert looking for a touchdown. He's got a man open underneath. No! He almost hits Keenan Allen for a touchdown there. Overthrown. And the Chargers likely take 3 points here. Still a 20-14 lead would look pretty nasty. But Keenan Allen wide open. It sails over his head. Oh, that was a perfect opportunity. He was open. He was open. Rhetorical question, who's the worst owner? Spanos or Artman? Well, Spanos to me, man. I've lived it. I've seen it. I don't enjoy it. I definitely. It's not a topic that we cover a lot, just because I don't think there's a lot of control over anything we can do about it. But yeah, Dean Spanos, not a fan. Not a fan. Who was sure for hit Keenan Allen in the chest for the impact? Yeah. In real life, he would have hit Keenan Allen in there. Keenan Allen was wide open. Still a 14-20 lead. The Chargers looking in a really good position, and they receive at second half. They receive at the second half. Keep that in mind. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Yeah, he sucks. Spanos. And here come the Steelers. They're going to kneel it there in the end zone. Likely we'll see a couple running plays and them go into the tunnel. But, man, what a crazy back and forth play of football there. Chargers with 2 turnovers, 2 touchdown Steelers. And the Chargers there with the interception after scoring and getting the lead back to their own. Do add to that lead there, 20-14. Still a one-score game. But the Chargers looking to be in a much better situation now than they were a couple of minutes ago when they were down 4. Do you guys see that I think the Packers are going to cut or trade Darius Smith after this season? That would be crazy. They're in a bad situation already with their other stars. I don't know if they would be doing that. There's a reception there by their tight end and a timeout by the Steelers. 32 yards, 47 seconds. They might have enough time to go out there and get a field goal, but the Chargers, I don't know if they're going to let that happen. I'm on Bezos for owner. We can be in the primes. Yeah, the Chargers, the only team on Amazon Prime you can watch for free. How crazy would that be? Derwin James X Factor activated. Looks like they're ready to run it. No, it's going to be a pass. Derwin's coming after him, and Joey Bosa! Joey Bosa with a sack. That's going to be a 3rd and 9. And Joey Bosa 2 sacks this game. Bosa says, no, sir, you guys ain't getting points before the tunnel, man. Go ahead and run it and chew your clock and get out of here. Let's go. Joey Bosa, 97's in the chat, boys. Yeah, if Bezos buys the team, man, and you can have your opinions on Bezos the person, okay? There's a lot of shady stuff that goes around the Bezos operation I can agree with. But in terms of football, and almost another sack there, holy cow. In terms of football, I would see the possibility of a San Diego stadium being back in the stars. I don't know if Bezos would want to move out of the LA market, but for those of you hoping for the Chargers to come back to San Diego, it wouldn't be anytime soon. But it would definitely be more possible with an owner like that. Just keep that in mind, I suppose. Relocates us to the moon. There's one game on Amazon this year, the second Kansas City game. Yeah, there is. I'm pretty sure there is. I think you are correct. I need to start looking into my NFL packages and stuff right now this year too. I bought Hulu Live because I remembered that they added the NFL Network and Red Zone. But I also forgot they don't show every single game. So I'm probably going to have to get the NFL Red Zone package or whatever. I'll have to look into DirecTV and stuff, too. The Bolts are LA. Kellen Balaj also on the Steelers. Yeah, he is. I didn't do the rosters, so hopefully everything's in there. I think the only thing that wouldn't be on there because it was recent would be Trey Turner. But I did add Melvin Ingram. Fubo, a little pricey. Get way more games. Nice. Justin Herbert, 23 seconds. They're looking to pass, and Herbert's going to chuck it deep. Is anybody open? Mike Williams almost comes down with it. The Chargers relentlessly trying to put up more points here. Insane. They got themselves a timeout, though, I suppose. Just run it and go into the tunnel. You guys receive it at the second half, man. Don't do anything crazy. College students be watching bootleg. Yeah, no, I feel you. Red zone was the most affordable way for me to keep up with the Bolts last year. Yeah. I love red zone, man. I started playing fantasy football, like 12, 13 years ago. And the first time I saw red zone, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So I always watch red zone, but when the Chargers game is on, I like to have it on one TV dedicated just to the Chargers. Just stream red zone on your phone. I got a lot of monitors and stuff set up here. So when we're watching the games, Chargers game front and center, and then I got another monitor here to keep an eye on red zone. So we're all good. The record at this point, the record at this point, the Chargers are 5-4. So they have definitely stepped up. Knew we couldn't run on the Steelers. Yeah, we're having a tough time running on this team, definitely. That defensive line, dude, some really, really good run stoppers on that D-line. Asante Samuel said they have 92 speed man next year. Yeah, I seen. Super exciting. All right, guys, we're here at halftime. 20-14 is the lead for the Chargers. Couple highlights here. Justin Herbert, he's able to run and scrap away on the ground, picking up a rushing touchdown. And that, of course, was after the interception, so he more than makes up for that. Pat Freiermuth, rookie for the Steelers, is able to take it all the way to the house. And, of course, the Steelers also did get a touchdown on defense. Super exciting stuff there, man. Of course, we're at the portion of our show where we must get a word in from our sponsors. We'll be back here in 90 seconds, guys. Get those Kiwis emojis ready. I want to see the whole chat filled with the Kiwi emoji. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Summer is coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Well, you're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped have just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard right, 4.0. You guys remember back in the day we did that ad where we shaved the kiwi? There it is. Oh, God, wait, don't do that. I guarantee this cannot end well. Oh, God, no. This is my nightmare. Ah! Oh, my God, what are we doing? Let's catch a replay. Yeah, gruesome. That's the worst kind of penalty there is. No, Kiwi down. You hate to see it. All right, round 2. So far, so good. See, it looks like Director likes it. Oh, Mrs. Director likes it too. Well, there's a plus. Well, that razor got even better. Compliment your summer bod with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. The sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going in at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code KIWI. This would make an awesome gift. Birthdays, Father's Day, who cares? Or even to yourself, man. Treat yourself a little bit. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use code KIWI at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code KIWI at manscaped.com. Escape the shrubs and weeds of the summer and shine with Manscaped. And we are back. Thank you guys so much again. And thank you to our sponsor, Manscaped, for their participation in today's stream. Again, 20% off and free shipping when you use code KIWI at checkout. Lastly, guys, before we jump back into the second half of this game, as a reminder, we do have a giveaway going on right now. First item up for grabs, Joey Bosa signed football. As a thank you to all my subscribers, all you guys got to do to enter to win this Joey Bosa signed football is number 1, be a subscriber. Only subs can win, and then hit up the link in the description. Follow the instructions there. Super easy to enter. Good luck to everybody out there. Hope this goes to a good home. And then, of course, we're going to give a little bit of love to our crew members. Signed Antonio Gates jersey up for grabs to my crew members. Guys, literally, I don't know if this channel could survive without you crew members. Thank you so much for everything that you do. A small token of appreciation from me. Signed Antonio Gates. All you guys got to do to be entered for this jersey is be a member of my crew. Again, guys, thank you so much. You guys absolutely rock. And with that, let's get into the second half of football. The Chargers versus Steelers. The Chargers do have a one-score lead here, 20-14. We'll have to wait and see what happens here in the second quarter. Of course, the Chargers have been a second quarter team in the Madden Sim series. So far, so good. Can they keep it up? The Steelers have been forcing turnovers today, though. That defense, super lethal. We can hope that they can definitely keep the Chargers where the Chargers can keep them in check. Dyson, I will say I have an opinion on that, but I won't share that here on stream. But I'll definitely say I have my issues with it. How about a signed Derwin James PS5? How cool would that be, man? I'm going to reveal some more giveaway items soon. And we're going to keep them in the back on my set on the wall here for you guys to Google at for a while. But as we get into the football season, you guys stay frosty. We're going to be giving away some items on my wall. I think that's going to be a fun way to do this from now on. I'm going to put the items up on display. And at some point in the season, I'll be like, hey, man, here it comes. We're giving away this and this and this and this. And there are some crazy, crazy good items up for grabs in the next few weeks here, guys. It'll be a lot of fun. That's rookie numbers bumping up for fans. Yeah, man, as we get into the season, things will pick up a little bit. But you guys that have been here in the offseason, man, supporting the channel, supporting the Chargers, I really do appreciate your guys' loyalty here, man. It really has helped this channel trug along in one of the toughest times in the year to be an NFL channel. Keenan Allen's going to pick up the first down. Looked like an RPO. Nice slant right there. And Keenan, 5 receptions, over 50 yards now. He's having himself a nice game. Of all our running backs, do you think we should go get Todd Gurley? Todd Gurley specifically to me is someone that I would look at because he would be so cheap, and the Chargers on the ground really struggle at scoring in the red zone on the ground. They really do. I hate to say it. As great as Austin Eckler is, he's not that kind of running back. Justin Jackson, if he can stay healthy, I feel more optimistic about. But Todd Gurley, you know, he has his health issues, but if we use him in a limited snaps, just in those situations, I think he could help a lot. The dude's put up a ton of touchdowns in that situation, and as long as his knee holds up and we use him very limitedly, I think he could add a lot to the Chargers this season. But that's just my opinion. You know, certainly things could go the other way. He gets hurt, and that's, you know, maybe a wasted $3-4 million, but still, it's not that much money. Low risk, high reward sort of situation. Hell, he could even sign for like $2 million. You never know. He's still out there waiting for a call. Here comes Keenan Allen, another first down for him, and Keenan and Justin Herbert starting to cook a little bit. Justin Herbert approaching 300 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception here in the third quarter, the top of the third quarter. Insane game for him so far. What did I think of Loki? I liked it. I liked Loki, man. It's a good show. Just thinking yesterday, I wouldn't mind if we got Gurley. Yeah, I think Gurley, with what he provides specifically in those situations, could help the Chargers a lot. Jared Cook's going to pick up a reception there. Nice 7 yards or so for the Chargers, and the ball keeps rolling. Missed a couple weeks of this. Don't worry, man. We got replays. Go ahead and catch those in your downtime. But thank you so much for joining us today, Jerome. What about AP? I know it's a crazy world we live in, right? If you would have told me 10 years ago that the Chargers might be picking up Adrian Peterson in the year 2021, I would have thought you were crazy. But maybe. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. He's definitely a lot older, but I wouldn't hate it. Because, again, he's that archetype of running back that complements Austin Eckler very well. But, again, between the two, I mean, the pros and cons is that Todd Gurley has health issues, but Adrian Peterson's a lot older, but they both do a couple of things pretty well. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it. Hope Ingram balls out with the Steelers. I do too. Other than this week, other than week 11, I hope he does well. We, as Chargers fans, we love and respect Melvin Ingram, even though unfortunately he had to leave the squad. Justin Jackson definitely struggling in his first game on the new gen Madden Sim Series week. I have to take a look and see what the situation is there. Maybe we can give more opportunity. But he was looking really, really good in the old gen console. But it might also be that the Steelers' defensive line is pretty good. They are really good defense. Next week versus the Broncos is not going to get any easier, so we'll keep an eye on that situation there. But the choice to put him in at running back 1 with Austin Eckler in as receiving back definitely paid off in the old gen. We'll have to wait and see if it translates to the new gen. We got another $5 holla coming in from Envy Talent, who says, it's kind of scary that everyone or every position starts with if they can stay healthy. We is shallow. My son's kiddie pool. Are we a glass cannon? Yeah. No, I feel you, dude. I feel you. A lot rides on the health of these players. And, you know, the Chargers fans, we've seen our fair share of that, right? Throughout the course of our fandom, we've seen some of the most important pieces of this team go down. And that can be the difference between the playoffs. That could be the difference between the Super Bowl. You never know, right? And that has been the case in the past. but other teams definitely have the same conversation. The Niners last year, imagine being a 49ers fan last season. Oh my Lord, every single important piece of that defense went down. Big reception there by Jared Cook, and that's going to be a first down. Jared Cook, 5 receptions, 52 yards and a touchdown. He's been having himself a day. But yeah, man, that's a good thing to point out there, Envy. That's a good thing to point out there. Every position starts with if they can stay healthy. It's a big if. It's a big if, and hopefully the Chargers have pulled themselves out of this curse. Because yeah, the Chargers, in my opinion, biased opinion or not, have been on the worst side, on the lesser side, the unfortunate side of the turnover or the injury battle for a long, long time. Hey, Director, on our obvious 3rd and long, our pass rushers will be Bosa, Nwosu, Tillery, Fackrell with Rump be part of the pass rush. Yeah, I would say so. That's a good guess right there. I would definitely say so. Austin Eckler, he's going to take it up for 3 yards. The Chargers at the 14-yard line looking to score. Big play by Jared Cook. With a field goal here, it would be a 2-score lead. So the Chargers in good position right now, but obviously they're going to want to go for a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Yeah, Allen, take 2 on the touchdown. Let's make it happen. Play action slant to Keenan or Mike. Yeah, we want to see Keenan Allen get a touchdown here, baby. As long as Justin Herbert doesn't show any regression under Staley and we win 10 games, I'm happy. Yeah, no, I think the Chargers definitely in a good position to win 10 here. Under pressure, Justin Herbert's going to get it away, and Austin Eckler is going to be close to a first down. It's going to be a 3rd and inches. The Chargers convert here. They're in a good position to score a touchdown and really pad that lead a little bit. But still, a lot of football left to play. 9:50 left on the clock. And the Chargers, with only a 1-score lead right now, do need to punch it in, I feel. They do need to punch it in. Jackson in the backfield. It's a fake, and Herbert's running for his life. Can he get away? He's going to convert the first down. Justin Herbert is in for the touchdown. 2 touchdowns on the ground. Justin Herbert makes it happen with his legs. And that's a touchdown, Chargers. Number 10's in the chat. Justin Herbert improvises. 2 touchdowns on the ground. Justin Herbert just made it happen, man. He wiggled his way through. He knelt as soon as he crossed the goal line there. He was almost down a couple of times there, dude. 2 dudes. Look at that. 2, and everybody was in his face. And he's able to take it in himself. Touchdown, Chargers on the ground. Scrambling quarterback. Super exciting. Chargers fans really haven't experienced this yet, right? When's the last time we had a running quarterback not named Easton Stick? When was the last time we had a starting quarterback that ran it as efficiently as Justin Herbert? I'll wait. Here comes Justin Herbert again. This is the 2-point conversion attempt here. He's looking for the open man. He's going to have to run away again. Run it, Justin. You can do it. Run it, Justin. 2 points. 2 points. Justin Herbert hits pay dirt 3 times on the ground. And the Chargers take a 2-touchdown lead. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdown scores on the ground and a 2-point conversion. Sheesh. Tyrod Taylor, yes, a running quarterback too, but he played 1 game for the Chargers. I'll give you that, though. I'll give you that. I was in. Doug Flutie, yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen a high-caliber quarterback that can move it on the ground with his feet, with his legs. And it's very exciting to see the Chargers fans have that back again in, I guess this time, Los Angeles. Taylor was too timid to do anything. No, I wouldn't say timid. He was a very conservative quarterback, right? He wasn't going to make big, risky plays, which I think Justin Herbert definitely does at a high level. But it pays off for Justin Herbert more often than not. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor is more of a game manager, right? Game manager quarterback. And now with the Houston Texans, might need to start him this season if they don't have a backup plan. He might be doing it again in Houston. You ask, I deliver. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It sucks that Bosa, Ingram, and Nwosu didn't play a lot of games together. They would have been dominant. Only in 2018 we witnessed this duo. Yeah, dude, I feel you. Nwosu's time to shine is here, though, man. I'm very excited to see. He's one of my biggest breakout players of the Chargers this season. Big Ben's going to hit his man in the middle. Holy cow. Lots of yards. The Steelers aren't going away quietly into the night. That's Johnson. Deontay Johnson with the first down. And they're at midfield just like that. Nothing will ever top Phillip Rivers' run with the Ravens, though. Dude, that was so sick. I remember laughing so hard. Oh, my God. None of this matters, but the Chargers got the #1 social media team in the NFL. Yeah, it doesn't matter in the real football, but for the fans, what a fun experience it is to follow the Chargers on Twitter, does it not, man? And on Instagram, all that stuff. Here come the Steelers. Najee Harris goes nowhere. Big Linval Joseph in there for the stop. Linval Joseph's going to be a huge piece of this defense this year, man. I'm telling you right now, Linval Joseph, he was my favorite free agent pickup last season. He's going to be very important this season. Nose tackle in a 3-4 defensive scheme. You rely on that player a lot. And the Chargers, who needed help in run defense, they're going to really hope and pray that he stays healthy this season. Chase Claypool is going to pick up about 6 yards or so, and that's going to be a 3rd and 4 situation for the Steelers here. 7:50 left to play in the third quarter. Yeah, Hugo. Dude, I don't know if I should say or should I let you rewind it. Now I'm just going to say Justin Herbert on the ground with his legs once again. Picks up the touchdown, dude, and then follows it up with a 2-point conversion run as well. Justin's looking crazy this game. That's going to be a first down conversion there. Deontay Washington one more time. And the Steelers do convert at the 42-yard line. Chargers defense holds strong, bending but not breaking. With a 2-score lead, we can hopefully get a stop here and keep things on our side. I think Tillery balls out this year. I'm literally at a 50-50 right now with Jerry Tillery. I think he can do it. I've seen it. I've seen flashes in this system. Brandon Staley, he's going to be put in a position where he does ball out this year, but I really think it comes down to him, the player. If he's got it, if he's got what it takes, and if he's willing to put in the work, I think Brandon Staley can help him get there. But really, it's a 50-50 thing for me. And if he makes it, dude, if he breaks out, I think he's going to be a big part of this defensive line, too. Much the VOD later. No, yeah, man. No worries there. No worries there. Najee Harris struggling to get something going in the second half. Trying to go up against the likes of Linval Joseph and Joey Bosa and Uchenna Nwosu, Jerry Tillery. Yeah, it's going to be a tall order for him, too. Some nice players in that defensive line. You think Cook, Joseph, and Harris will be done after the season with the Chargers? Cook definitely. Joseph, I hope, stays. Harris probably will be leaving as well. As a Dolphins fan, great channel, love watching. In the trenches, dude, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the civility. Last season, we got in a lot of scraps with Dolphins fans because of the whole Justin Herbert Tua Tagovailoa thing, right? Which is crazy because I think every video I was sharing how in love I was with Tua Tagovailoa. I love Tua, dude. I'm a self-proclaimed Tua hype fan. I love Tua. But yeah, we had a lot of Dolphins fans come in here pretty upset about it. But thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it quite a bit. Joey Bosa gets in there for the sack, and that's enough to activate Joey Bosa's X Factor. Oh, Big Ben. I hate to say it, dude. I hate to say it. But you're in a tough position the rest of this game if Joey Bosa keeps his X Factor, dude. That's a 3rd sack for Joey Bosa this game. Bosa's having himself a crazy good week. The Color Rush jerseys are sold out. Yeah, we got a franchise. I hope to see Tua, man. Tua looks real good this season, this offseason, too, man. He's put on some weight. He looks good. Big Ben Roethlisberger, 3rd and 20. Bosa gets free, and that's going to be a first down and more by Ebron. Ebron's going to take it all the way down to the 19-yard line. Oh, big play. Big play. The Chargers had him on the ropes. This is something kind of cool that we haven't seen in the old gen. Get this cool little replay here. Big Ben looking for a target. Eric Ebron's open. Joey Bosa in his face, and Ebron's able to bring it in. That's a first down, Steelers. Now it's Vikings fans. Yeah, it is Vikings fans lately. It'll rotate. It'll rotate as the Chargers continue to be successful. Appreciate you being here, though, Trenches. I love Tua, but all this Watson rumors. I could imagine if you guys had the choice between Watson or Tua, you guys would take Watson. Which defensive players do you think missed the most from the last 5 years or so? Hang on. Big Ben. Almost intercepted by Kyler Fackrell. Fackrell's number 52, right? We got to also go change Fackrell. Man, lots of players. Lots of players. Kyler Fackrell. Also, number 52 needs a jersey swap. We got you. We got you. Next week, everything will be looking normal. Big Ben, 2nd and 10. Chargers defense been looking solid. Did give up a big play to Ebron, though. It's going to be sailed. And now you're looking at a 3rd and long. Can the Chargers stop it here? keep things at a nice pace for the Chargers defensively. I'll have to wait and see. Was that Tranquil? That was Tranquil. Okay. I thought I saw 54 on Factual. Smelling a pick. Yeah, man. If Big Ben keeps throwing like that, we ought to see a pick sooner than later. 3rd and 10, Big Ben. They're going to need another big play here. Joey Bosa is through. And back of the end zone, Juju Smith-Schuster. Covered by Nasir Adderley, picks up another touchdown. They're going to close that 2-score deficit down to a 1-score deficit. Still 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Lots of football left to play, but that was a big play for the Steelers. Keep them in this one. Nice play by them. Joey Bosa again almost gets home. But Nasir Adderley playing underneath. Yikes. You don't do that versus a Juju Smith-Schuster in the red zone. Drew's a little off in the head. Does Ben know fans aren't supposed to catch the ball? I know, right? Who's my favorite non-Charger player? Okay, I'm going to say it, and then you guys, I want to see yours in the chat too. That's an awesome question because, yeah, we're all fans of the NFL, right? We're fans of football, the game. Nothing will trump the love that we have for the Chargers and Herbert and Staley and the entire team, right? But there are players that, man, dude, unless we're playing them, I'm hoping they have a good game. I hope they stay healthy. I hope they, break all kinds of records. My favorite player in the NFL right now outside the Chargers, my number one favorite player is Larry Fitzgerald. I think Larry is a class act, dude. He's such a good football player. He's been playing forever. I love Larry, man. You guys let me know in the comments what your favorite players are. I'll be reading some off here. Seth likes Julio Jones. Solid pick right there, man. Julio. Who hasn't enjoyed watching Julio the last 10 years? Robert, I feel you, dude. Larry Fitzgerald. Past or present players. Either or. I mean, if we're talking past players too, there's a big list for me as well. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, some Ravens fandom out there. Eddie, I like it. I dig it. Jacob likes Ramsey. Oh my God, the rumors when he was maybe coming to the Chargers. Oh, I went crazy. Derrick Henry for envy. If you play fantasy football, I'm sure you'll like Derrick Henry, man. Christian McCaffrey, nice. I like Christian McCaffrey too. Is it Darius Smith from the Packers? Nice. Joe Burrow was yours. Yeah, here comes Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson finally breaks off a big run. That's a first down, Chargers. Fred Warner. By Don. Ben says Aaron Rodgers. Josh Allen. Hugo says Jalen Ramsey. Obi-Wan has Troy Polamalu. Yeah, if we're talking past players, it's probably Troy Polamalu for me too, man. Holy cow, watching Troy Polamalu play. Oh, Lord. Woo! Fabian likes Larry Fitzgerald too, yeah. Big Shannon likes D-Hop. Jacob likes Calvin Johnson. Yup. Megatron. Mikey likes Lamar Jackson. Ozma likes Rodgers. Tyro likes Hurts. Interesting. Here comes Justin Herbert. Open target, maybe? No. Overthrown Mike Williams. Rich McCarter likes Devin White. Forgotten Lolcow likes Derrick Henry in the present. Yep. Mike Mullen likes J.J. Watt. Yeah, dude, J.J. Watt too, man. I think I have a soft spot for a lot of Cardinals players too. I don't know why. I like a lot of their players. Peyton Manning before the Broncos, right? Me too. I loved Peyton Manning before he went to the Broncos. I was so heartbroken when they signed him, but I was also excited for Peyton Manning too, coming back from all that. Jason Verrett, yeah, Antonio Cromartie. Oh, dude, Crow was so fun to watch. Fred Warner, yeah. Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's so good too, man. I mean, Chargers fans, we get a lot of lip from Vikings fans, but in reality, we love Justin Jefferson too, man. He's an awesome player. Did he deserve Offensive Rookie of the Year? He was up there, but Justin Herbert was the best rookie quarterback of all time. Like, it's just a tough break for Justin Jefferson. Any other year, maybe. Patrick Willis, yup. Kurt Warner, Devin White, Darren Sproles, Jamal Adams. Lots of good names out there, man. Good to see some Chargers fans of other players in the league. Dude, did you guys just see that play? Mike Williams. 3rd and 18. Mike Williams over 100 yards this game. 3rd and 18. Toe tap, sideline catch. Look at this. Check out the replay. Mike Williams. He's got the first down. He just needs to stay inbounds, gets both feet in, and that's a first down Chargers on a big, big 3rd and long. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ronnie Lott and Jerry Rice here. 1st and 10. Chargers have passed midfield. Any score here would be an awesome play for the Chargers. They're going to elect to dump it off to Keenan Allen real quick, and that's going to be wrapped up there by number 20 immediately. 2nd and 11. Did you hear that Chandler Jones from Arizona requested a trade? Yeah, I did. And honestly, that's the kind of trade where if it happens, I'm super hyped, but I'm not as focused on going all in on Chandler Jones as I am a Xavier Howard or a Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? But if he would fit the Chargers really well, I just think he's a little bit older, right? Definitely a little bit older. Alvin Kamara, dude. Hey guys, call me crazy, and I don't try, please don't call it blasphemous and stuff like that. I get it. There's never going to be another LaDainian Tomlinson. But sometimes when I watched Alvin Kamara, sometimes I saw things that reminded me of LT a little bit, right? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the visor. That's a hell of a football player right there, Alvin Kamara. Justin Herbert, 2nd and 11. Oh, could have taken off with it, but he decides to chuck it down deep, and I think that's chicken parm. Oh, chicken parm comes in for the 22-yard reception on the comeback route. Yes, let's go. I was like, just run it for the first down. Nah, man, he saw Donald Parham out deep, coming back for the football, all 6'8" of them, and he picks up the first down. Percy Harvin, dude. I loved Percy Harvin, but I also thought there was so, like, I felt like the entire time I was watching, he never lived up his full potential, but he was really fun. He made some big plays. Here comes Justin Jackson, ducking and weaving, picks up another first down. Okay, he's starting to pick up some momentum here. He's had a lot of carries to do something. Finally, he's starting to pick up some momentum. Brian Urlacher. Oh, man, you guys are taking me down memory lane now. You're taking me down memory lane. Brian Urlacher is such a good player. Yeah, Jose, yeah, everybody, we all love Junior Seau. We're talking about players that were not or are not a member of the Chargers. But, of course, Chargers players, top of my list. But outside the Chargers, yeah, there's some good players out there that I unashamedly am a fan of. Justin Herbert, he's going to hit Mike Williams. And Mike Williams, who's had a heck of a game this week, is going to pick up another first down. Justin Herbert, almost 350 yards. Mike Williams, 117 yards. Big, big plays by Mike Williams today. John Gooch likes the fridge. Yes, sir. Barry Sanders. I wish I could have watched him play. Jacoby Jones. Patrick Willis. Yeah, man. Marquise Colston for the Saints. I remember him, man. I remember people were really hyped on him and things didn't quite work out. There's Austin Eckler. Touchdown Chargers. Austin Eckler in for the score. My brain is mush right now. What was that play? The draw. It was a draw play. Here comes the running back, Austin Eckler. He gets in there for the touchdown. The Chargers back to a 2-score lead. Looking really good right now, man. The Chargers looking real good right now. Let's see number 30s in the chat. The Chargers, oh my God, on a huge pace right now. A nice pace. They've won quite a few games after that first portion of the schedule there. They have won a nice portion of games. And you cannot take the Vikings for granted. You cannot take the Steelers for granted. You know, it's maybe not as good as some of the teams that we played early, but still very good teams. So a performance here versus, in my opinion, one of the more talented defenses in the league. This is a pretty good result so far. 30's in the chat, baby. Let's go. Darrelle Revis, dude. Holy cow, how fun it was watching him play for like 20 different teams. He was awesome. Deshaun Jackson, yeah. OBJ when he was a Giant was so much fun. Imagine being alive when Bo Jackson was playing too, man. I know he was a Raider, whatever. The dude was crazy. Of course, I've watched him. Crazy football player. Would you take JJ or Roundtree late in fantasy? I would take JJ. If it's fantasy, if it's a redraft league, definitely I would take JJ. But we have to wait and see what happens. Don't draft too soon. If you're drafting real soon, be careful because JJ could get cut. You think Devontae Adams will come to LA with Keenan after the Greenway drama? Yeah. that we've been talking a lot about that. There's a huge possibility that Devontae could come to the Chargers. But again, we have to wait and see. At this point, again, I gave it a 20% chance, which honestly is a higher percent chance than a lot of other things that I've given chances to. But there's a lot of evidence pointing in that direction, which is pretty exciting. What do you expect from the Raiders this year? Also, if they do bad, do you think Gruden will be fired? Gruden's on contract for, what, 6 years? So much money. They are stuck with him, dude. Almost a sack there by Linval Joseph. They are stuck with John Gruden for a long time, man. So how do I think they're going to do this year? After losing that offensive line, their defense wasn't anything crazy to begin with. They got Yannick Ngakoue. Who do they have at wide receiver right now? John Brown. The Raiders could be a middle-of-the-pack team, in my opinion. I would say 8 and 9 is kind of where I feel them right now. Maybe 7 and 10. You never know. Joey Bosa! Holy cow! Joey Bosa gets in there. That forces an incompletion. Is David DeCastro still on this roster too? Okay, that makes up for not taking Trey Turner out or putting Trey Turner in. Yeah, we forgot to take David DeCastro out of this lineup. Because I was like, who did Joey Bosa throw down? I think it was DeCastro. So they've gotten a little shot in the arm this sim too. They had one really nice offensive lineman in there that shouldn't have been in there. Oh, Walter Payton. Yeah, you guys are throwing me in the Twilight Zone here, man. Steve Young, big fan favorite too. Steve Young was awesome. I would like Steve Young and Jerry Rice and all those guys a little bit more if it wasn't for that 94 Super Bowl. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Sucks that we didn't try to get Sue or Matthew. Yeah, I feel you. Sean Taylor too, man. Oh my goodness. Lots of good football-minded peeps in the chat today. What are some of the best Chargers, non-Chargers player nicknames of all time? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments, man. I love the lightning bug. I'm sure. I'm unashamedly. I loved the lightning bug. I don't know why. Darren Sproles. I thought that was so fitting and so freaking fun as a kid. Clipboard Jesus. Oh my good. What was his name? Charlie Whitehurst, right? Was that long time ago? I remember who you're talking about. Yes, the Clipboard Jesus. I loved him. Reggie White, Flash Gordon, yeah. Jack Rabbit, lights out. Sean Merriman. So excited for Herbert. Mahomes rematches here. Yeah, it's going to be big. Dudes, outside of Chargers fans, because of course we have the perspective, right? Of course we're paying attention to it. Outside of Chargers fandom, everybody, all teams, all eyes of all teams in the NFL are looking at that rivalry this season. And it's going to be that way for a long time. You know, a Peyton Brady rivalry is in the works right now. Big Hands Johnson. Here come the Chargers, and back on offense, though, forcing the stop, 4th and 7 last drive, failed to mention. Whole quarter left of football to play. Anything could happen. Steelers defense has looked pretty solid this game. Of course, they have allowed 35 points. 2 of those scores, though, we have to remember, though, excellent coverage by the Steelers, and they just couldn't stop Justin Herbert on the ground. That's a tough break for any NFL team, right? And that's why, in this sim at least, I feel like the Chargers really struggled against quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson. In Madden, it's kind of the same story. Vato, I like Vato too. M80, Malcolm Floyd, yeah, lots of charge. Beast mode too, though. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is one of the best ones out there. Oh! Austin Eckler breaks a tackle, gets the Chargers in a nice position to convert the 3rd down, 3rd and short. Ed Too Tall Jones, yep. As a Madden player, I've been exposed to a lot of these awesome nicknames, watching a lot of film, getting to know the NFL outside the Chargers and its history. Yeah, Ed Too Tall Jones, heck of a player. Megatron, yeah. I think Megatron wins, all right? Megatron. Here comes Justin Jackson. Holy cow. Okay, so Justin Jackson has all of a sudden become the Justin Jackson we were hoping he would be this game. There he goes for another nice carry. 1st down, and he's approaching 50 yards for the game. Between the 2 running backs, Austin Eckler through the air and on the ground. Justin Jackson on the ground. I'm sure they're well over 100 yards, and that's the kind of production you want out of the halfback position if you're the Chargers. You get yourself a nice combination of receiving back plays, nice combination of what Justin Jackson offers. That's what you want to see. With a huge block, yeah, man. Yeah, keep an eye on number 69 this game. He'll be back to number 70 next week. But, yeah, Rashawn Slater's been doing pretty well this game. Maybe not so well in that screenplay or on that run, but he's been doing very, very well. Remember JJ and Newsome against the Steelers? Yeah, dude, I think that's where Justin Jackson really started to, like, a lot of people saw his potential. I remember a lot of football analysts or fantasy football analysts kind of went crazy over him after that game. Yeah, he definitely showed out versus the Steelers. Him and Derwin James. And I remember, yeah, Newsome against him there, too. Very nice game there. Dude, Mike Williams, 6 receptions, 132 yards. Are you kidding me? Mike Williams is having a heck of a game. Randy Moss. Slater's my favorite Charger of all time. Nice, man. I respect it. I love Keenan Allen, everything that he's been like. Keenan Allen, too, such a fun narrative. A lot of doubt, kind of an underdog early in his career with the injuries and all that sort of thing. He overcame all of that, man. Now he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. Mike Williams is back at it again. Holy cow. What is he on this roster? Like a 95? He's like an 81 or an 83 on this roster. He is putting up some numbers today, over 150 yards. Tack on a touchdown. We know who's getting the game ball. Malcolm Floyd and Antonio Gates. Yep. Yes, he is in a contract. That's what's happening right now. that stat you're not going to find in Madden. On a contract year. That should be something in Madden. You're on a contract year, you're going to play your heart out. Eddie Royal. I remember Eddie Royal. Who do you think is Raider? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Jared Cook almost gets in there for the touchdown. 2 yards to go. And the Chargers could again add to this lead. And at that point, if they score a touchdown here, it's over. If they score a field goal here, it's likely over. 10 minutes left to play, though. Again, anything can happen. What were you asking me? Yeah, when he wore the Raiders hat. I mean, these players grow up watching different teams, right? But that was definitely not cool with Chargers fans, and he shut that down real quick. 2nd and goal. Chargers hand off to Justin Jackson, and Jackson's going to take it in for the score. I think that puts him over 50 yards and a touchdown this game. The Justin Jackson experiment continues to flourish. Good play there. I remember Ryan Matthews too, man. I still got his jersey. Will we be doing live stream Sundays this year or pre-post games? Yeah. So the way the structure is this season, we kind of stumbled on it last year, if you guys remember. I cannot believe we've circled around already. Holy cow. This year we will be having live streams during the game. Up front, because everyone always assumes that I can stream the game, like for you to watch. I cannot do that. I will get in huge trouble if I do that. But what we will do is pack a bunch of Chargers fans in the same place at the same time during the game where we can all live react together. It created such an awesome, unexpected, fun atmosphere, especially for fans that maybe don't have anywhere or anyone to watch the game with. Maybe you're not in Los Angeles or California. You don't got buds to watch, whatever. It's such a fun environment to watch the games. And honestly, I'm super happy that we stumbled on that last season. I remember, I think it was versus the Jets last year. I was like, do you guys want me to stream while the game's going on? You guys are like, yeah, let's do it. And then it turned into like this huge thing. So much fun. I think at most, I think we had like 4,000 or 5,000 Chargers fans in the building at one point. Oh my God, the chat. It was so much fun. I cannot wait for kickoff. We'll get kind of a soft opening of that too in preseason, which is just around the corner. Wish we kept Tolbert. Yeah, me too. Me too. We all love Tolbert. Director Coach of the Year for putting in Justin Jackson. hey man, like they're gonna do that, right? They're gonna mix in other running backs. But my thinking was in the terms of Madden. I know Madden. I know how Madden works. I know what Madden favors. And I knew that Austin Eckler, as amazing as he is, doesn't fit the archetype of what Madden likes, running backs to succeed at. So I was like, Jackson's going to be able to do that. Let's put him in there. And yeah, it really paid off for this simulation. The Chargers have just dropped 42 points on the Steelers. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. There's White in coverage. That's incomplete. My goodness. Yes, sir. Chargers watch parties, dude. So excited. So excited, man. That was one of my favorite freaking things last season. We stumbled on it on accident. We had no idea how many Chargers fans would show up, and so many Chargers fans showed up, and it was absolutely one of the funnest things, one of the funnest experiences I've had as a fan, with all those fans in the chat. It was just non-stop hype. I do remember Malcolm Floyd. I love Malcolm Floyd. I think one of the most tragic things I remember feeling in football was when Malcolm Floyd went down with that injury. If you know, you know. And that was super, super scary. But his whole career, man, what an underrated player. He came out undrafted. Such a fun guy to watch. Chargers really, they know how to pick those undrafted free agents, don't they? Juju's nickname's the TikToker. He did that to himself. Here comes Big Ben. He's going to chuck it deep. Was that? Oh, my God. Take a look at this replay. Chase Claypool. Double coverage. Picks up the first down in a monster yardage. Look at this. Who's in coverage here? That's the rookie Asante Samuel. I guess Nasir Adderley showed up a little bit late. Bodies out his defender. And there you got a first down, Steelers. Big play by Chase Claypool. Yikes, 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 yikes. Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about, Gene. That was scary. I did not like that. Do you think we'll light up Casey this year? Unfortunately, we will. I think we will. The Chargers, very nice wide receiver core. And there's Chase Claypool again. Same animation. This time versus Mike Davis. The Steelers pick up a touchdown. Might be a little too late to catch the Chargers at this point, but back-to-back plays, same animation, same catch animation by Chase Claypool. Two different defenders. This time it was Michael Davis. And Davis, he should have the size and speed to keep up with Claypool. Derwin James in the area, too. That was crazy. Big plays by Chase Claypool and the Steelers. Still, they're behind 2 scores at this point. Don't know if that's enough time to come back. 8 minutes left to play, though, and the Chargers are not going to let them leave them much time on offense. I have to imagine lots of running from this point out for the Bolts. Yeah, he got mossed. I know. I feel bad for Casey Hayward too, bros. But what are we gonna do, right? He's on the Raiders now. As much as we all love him, it's a different story. It's kind of like, I know it's not as bad as when Melvin Gordon went to the Broncos, but because he did that to spite us. I feel like Casey Hayward did that to continue his career. That's kind of what I feel like, right? And I feel bad for him. I really do. But we're gonna have to slap him around a little bit when we play the Raiders, and Keenan knows it. And I think Keenan's gonna do a good job against him. Can't remember the quote from the announcer. Terrible way for Floyd's career to end. A concussion. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. Super, super sad. The diva. I feel you, Dice Antonio Brown. This game is not one-sided. It's decided. I stopped loving Hayward. He got burned to us too much. Yeah. Well, I just feel like, yeah, there's a lot of plays that were on him, right? There's a lot of things that he did wrong that really cost us, but there's also a lot of positions that Gus Bradley was putting him in that he wasn't going to succeed. You haven't played underneath when Tyreek Hill's going to run a streak, a go like that. Of course he's going to get burned. You know what I mean? I noticed that quite a bit last season. So yeah, Casey cost us a lot, but he also did a lot for us in his time here. So I gotta continue respecting that. Here comes Josh Palmer. Josh Palmtree's his first reception this game, and that takes Justin Herbert over 400 yards. That's a first down Chargers. The Chargers, 2-touchdown lead, only 8 minutes left to play, elect to continue passing it. This team knows what they are, and they ain't changing for nobody. Haven't heard director talk about preseason games. No, we talked a little bit about it. It's coming up, dude. I do plan on streaming the preseason games for sure. I do. And I heard that every single Chargers preseason game is going to be streaming on NFL Network. So you bet your butt I'm going to be here. Brandon Flowers. Yeah, too bad Brandon Flowers. I was so excited when we signed him. He didn't do much. He didn't do much for us. I guess that does kind of remind me of the Casey Hayward situation. It might be the same for the Raiders. Yeah, we've seen Melvin Ingram to the Steelers. But, in this game today, too, he forced a fumble. He forced a fumble on Justin Herbert. And that got scooped up and scored by Mika Fitzpatrick. Yeah, him and TJ, that's going to be nasty. But I don't expect Melvin Ingram to be an every down player. They brought him in to rotate in, and that's very smart by them. Oh, dropped reception by Mike Williams. He's having such a good game. Wide open, drops the ball. And it's going to force a 3rd and 11. Chargers, you should be running the ball a little bit more here, dudes. You've only had the ball for like a minute here, and you have a 2-score lead. You don't want to give the Steelers any wiggle room to come back. You guys ought to be running the ball a lot more. Justin Herbert, he's going to pass it. Oh, first down, Josh Palmer. Let's see those palm trees. Josh Palmer makes an appearance here late in the game. Big play there. Start running the ball now, Charge. But Josh Palmer all of a sudden goes from 0 yards to 37 yards in just 3 plays. I want Brandon Cooks on the Chargers, but we would have to pull a Texans and overpay him. Nah, Brandon Cooks, he's a good player, and he would definitely shine here with the Chargers. But unless you get him on a nice bargain, I would say there's better players to go after with that kind of skill set. You know what I mean? Who would you start, Jimmy G or Trey Lance? You guys kidding me? I'm starting Trey Lance all day. In the kind of league we play in, Trey Lance and that speed, he's a good quarterback all around already, but that speed, Jimmy G could never. I would start Trey Lance day one. I knew I would be a Keenan fan from the day he gave me his glove at the Chargers last Fan Fest in San Diego. Man, what an experience, dude. I'm glad you got to share that with us. I appreciate it. You see Palmer getting more targets or receptions than Mike? No, Mike's going to be a very big part of this offense this year. There's Keenan Allen with a first down reception. The Chargers are not slowing down. Justin Herbert close to 500 yards, 3 touchdowns already, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air, and a 2-point conversion. This offense is not slowing down for nobody. Josh Palmer, I do see getting involved a lot this season, or not this season, but in the future. He could emerge later this season as a big player, but I definitely see Mike Williams on a contract year, 5th-year option. The Chargers are going to be putting him in situations to be featured, I think, a lot more than we've ever seen. I think this is Mike Williams' year. Unless we go sign a Devontae Adams or something happens injury-wise, I think it's Mike Williams' years to shine. Jared Cook's going to pick up a couple yards there. 7 yards there, I should say. The Chargers are threatening to score again. They score another passing touchdown here. This has been a relentless performance by the Chargers offense. Did not expect. Honestly, my prediction for this game probably would have been somewhere between like 28-21. Like I thought both defenses were going to show up, but lots of points on the board by both sides. Why do you think Keenan wore the Raiders hat early? He was a fan early on before that, right? He had to have been. You know, we talked about it. We lived through it. He shut it down. I think we're good now. We forgive him. He's done so much for this team. Jared Goff for Jimmy Garoppolo. Slight edge to Goff for me. But Garoppolo certainly has the better weapons. I just don't see him fending off Trey Lance very long. I think Trey Lance is a good player. Do you think Brandon Staley's going to bring back college Nasir Adderley? I think he's going to give him the best shot to return to form. So, yes, Nasir Adderley and Jerry Tillery, probably the 2 biggest players on our team that need to prove themselves. Between the 2, I think Jerry Tillery is going to I'm betting on him a little bit more, but Nasir Adderley certainly could return to form as well. Justin Herbert, he's going to score his 3rd rushing touchdown this game. Get out of town, Justin. Oh my God. Oh my God, dudes. Oh my God. Get the freak out of here, dude. Justin Herbert. When are the Steelers going to learn to spy this man? He says, dude, I'm 5 yards away from the end zone. Everybody's playing, back a little. I'm just gonna run it myself, dude. After 3 times, the Steelers still have not learned their lesson. And Justin Herbert, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Are you kidding me? Did I rig this? No, I did not rig this. This is the first game on the next gen console. That's all that's different about this game. Same rosters, same everything. The only thing we forgot to change were the dang numbers. This is insanity. He was in times 3, 4 technically if you count the 2-point conversion. This is one of the biggest blowouts of the season so far in Sim Sundays. Oh my Lord. I want us to beat the Steelers in real life too, man. I don't think we're going to put up a spanking like quite as bad as this, but oh my Lord. What a performance by the Chargers. First game on next gen against a really nice Steelers defense, man. Yeah, we want a Vato pick 6 next, man. We're not done with them. I'm sitting here feeling like mercy rule, dudes. Start running the ball, chewing some clock. But they're thinking, man, we're gonna pass all the way down the field. We're gonna score. We're gonna embarrass these Steelers on the way out the building. That's so harsh. That's so harsh. I don't want us to be taken over by Steelers fans and then lose like in 2019. Yeah. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the chances of us getting flooded by Steelers fans still exists, but not as bad as in the past. I think this year, from what I'm spectating, there's a lot more Chargers fans that want to go to games, especially after the pandemic and all that. Yo, what's up with this Chase Claypool nonsense? I mean, that's out of bounds. But Chase Claypool, some of those ridiculous animations I've seen. Of course, it wouldn't help him even if that was a reception, if it was in bounds. But Chase has had like 3 or 4 crazy good catches this game. Performance like this on national TV would be insane. I know, right? Joey Bosa almost gets in there. Bosa's had an incredible game today too, guys. Under the radar. I know. Start thinking. We got 3 minutes now, but start thinking who you want to give the game ball to. We do this every win, which we've been doing a lot lately. This is going to put the Chargers at 6-4. That's a fantastic record. Start thinking of who you want to give the game ball to. In contention for me right now is Mike Williams, who's like 160 yards almost. Got Justin Herbert with 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 through the air. And also don't forget Joey Bosa, who's put up 3 sacks this game as well. Okay, those are the 3 guys I'm looking at for game ball today. Let me know what you guys think. Put the numbers down if you want. I'm going to ask again at the end of the game once we can look at the stats. Yeah, Herbert had a heck of a game today too, man. 10, 81, or 97. Yeah, that's where that's kind of my contention for those 3 right now. Who are we going to give the game ball to? After a great 2018 or year 2019, don't want to watch any highlights for that season. Yeah, that was a tough one, dude. Yeah, that was tough. Like it was kind of like when you skip a part on a song in a CD and it goes straight to like the super loud parts. Like, no, stop, turn it down. I know, I feel you. Tranquil number 54. How could you get one more wrong? Next gen console. It's not the console. It's a downloaded roster, and that franchise guy, his roster, he's awesome, man. He puts in so much work for the game. But the numbers are like one of the few things, and the depth chart, one of the few things that you gotta update when you use his rosters. But we had him fixed in the old gen. We just gotta fix him now in the new gen. So I got a good list. Everything should be back to normal next week. We got a $3 holla coming in from Ozma775. Ozma, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the support here, dude. He says Herbert will be better than Mahomes. He comes in there with that $3 holla, man. He's not just going to type it. He's going to put in a holla. He's going to say Herbert will be better than Mahomes. It's crazy that we live in a world where I can't completely rule that out. I can't completely rule that out, dude. I can't. It could happen. It could definitely happen. You never know. Justin Herbert with a brand new offensive line, new offensive coordinator. He's got weapons for days. Solid D. It could happen. How crazy would that be? Now, the likeliness of that happening is certainly on Mahomes' side, but I can't completely rule it out anymore. It could happen. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. 270 viewers. I like it. Hey, guys, you got 270 in here. You guys, thank you, dudes, for showing up. This is just a sim series, right? How many people we got showing up for a simulation Madden football game? It's inspiring. It's awesome. I appreciate you guys' love and support. I really, really do. And this just gets us hyped for the real season. Preseason's just around the corner. How crazy is that going to be? For a while, you guys realize for a while, we're going to have 2 streams a week because we're going to be streaming for 3 weeks. For those 3 preseason games, we're going to be streaming the preseason games as well as our Madden Sim series. Oh, that's an interception. Is that Chris Harris Jr.? And he's going to take it all the way back to the 46-yard line. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Oh, this Steelers team, dude. Okay, so this has been a trend for the past 3 or 4 weeks. The Chargers, things look a little interesting in the first half. They come out the tunnel, you better watch out. They're a completely different squad, and they're going to stomp, dudes. They're going to stomp. He's already dead. Chris Harris, let's see some 25s in the chat, man. Go for the we want to drop a 50 burger on him, dude. No, man, that's disrespectful. Just run it and get out of here. 50 burger, though. This would be our first 50 burger of this series, which, of course, more accomplishable, more achievable with Madden, but how crazy would that be? Here comes Justin Jackson. Jackson, 57 yards in the tutty. He had a pretty good day. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, Brandon Staley adjustments. Yes. You can't run the same thing more than once against Brandon Staley. He's going to figure you out. The Chargers had 30 interceptions in 2017, 18 fumble recoveries, 6 interceptions in postseason, 1 fumble recovery. How insane was that defense, man? First carry for Larry Roundtree of his rookie season. As I mentioned at the top of the show, we decided to put Larry Roundtree in at power back. Give him some snaps, see how he looks. He's going to get his first carry here with 47 seconds left in the game. Larry Roundtree. Yeah, Larry lay down. Yeah, see what happens. Don't run out the clock. Nah, man. Are they going to pass it? No, it's a run, right? Don't pass it. Mercy. Mercy. He's going to pass it. Justin Herbert. It's Mike Williams. And Mike Williams going to tack on another 10 yards or so. Mike Williams, yeah, the passing has got to be insane. The numbers have got to be insane. F. Joshua Kelly. I know, man. I wanted Joshua Kelly to work out. I don't know if it's going to work out. We got round trees and palm trees. Yes, sir, we do. Definitely a welcome to the NFL moment. Yeah, it really was. It really was. That's what you can expect as a rookie. Welcome to the NFL, rook. Smack. And that's gonna do it, guys. One of the biggest deficits we've seen in Madden Sim. Of course, the first game we're seeing here on the next-gen consoles. The Chargers 49 to the Steelers 28. Huge blowout loss for the Steelers. And the Chargers in the royal blue alternate jerseys are going to be 6-4 at this point of the season, man. Of course, again, things started off super shaky in this series. But as we continued on, this team has really figured it out. Justin Herbert, this offensive line, defense has been playing out of their minds. Look at that score, man. I mean, oh my lord, this team has really sorted out who they are, and they're going to make a nice push here in midseason. Now remember, guys, we're not going to sim the playoffs, okay? Like, we just don't have the power to do that in exhibition games. We don't know what the league and stuff would look like, but at least a nice record prediction. The Chargers at this point 6-4. What's the most optimistic thing we could hope for? 13-4 at the end of the season. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure they're going to lose at least a couple of more, but I'm going to say the Chargers at this point, locked and loaded, should at least get 10 wins in this sim series, which is insane for me to think. All right, guys, start thinking about the game balls. We're going to go take a look at some of these analytics here, some of these stats. 472 yards, a touchdown, and an interception for Justin Herbert. Got to remember the fumble as well, just to keep that in mind. Crazy good day for Justin Herbert. Rushing, let's go ahead and take just the Chargers in here. Justin Jackson, 57 yards in the touchdown. Austin Eckler, 9 yards in the touchdown. Justin Herbert, 13 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground for Justin Herbert. Are you kidding me? Receiving, Keenan Allen 8 for 82. Austin Eckler 8 for 93. Great game through the air for Austin Eckler. Jared Cook 69 and a tutty. Mike Williams 8 receptions, 163 yards. You guys realize that's 8 receptions with an average depth of target of 20.3 yards. Disgusting. With 79 of those yards being after the catch. Big day for Mike Williams today too. Palmer getting in there for 37 yards, as well as Parham for 22, and then Jackson for 6. Let's take a look here at the defensive side of the ball real quick. Guys, Joey Bosa, 3 sacks, 1 for loss, 6 total tackles. Joey Bosa certainly in contention for game ball today. Also, Linval Joseph blowing up that backfield a bit with a sack as well. Kenneth Murray with the sack as well. This team, how many sacks are we getting total today? Joey Bosa already just with 3. That's 5 sacks on the day. Then also remember 2 interceptions, 1 by Derwin James and 1 by Chris Harris Jr. So again, to smooth things out a little bit, I would say game ball for me is between Mike Williams, Justin Herbert, and Joey Bosa. So leave in the comment section below who you think deserves the game ball. I'll read out some of the numbers there. Now's the time to type it in. Put it in the chat, y'all. Put it in the chat. And then I'll give you guys my verdict here in just a second. We'll reveal who I think should be getting the game ball. Larry Roundtree for game ball. Wham! Welcome to the NFL. What's going on, Jaden? Hey, man, if you missed it, you can go ahead and rewind the stream. We're about to close things out here, but we're trying to hand out the game ball. I'm seeing a lot of 10s. I see a few 81s. You didn't see it happen a lot. Joey Bosa for game ball. Yeah, I'm seeing some. I'm seeing a nice healthy mix here. Nice healthy mix. 3 turnovers. Yeah, 3 turnovers is a no-no, but still crazy good performance on the ground. We're seeing Bosas. We're seeing Bosas. 10, 10, 81, 81. Okay. I'm going to give the verdict here now, okay? The game ball I'm giving out today. It's Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa, 3 sacks, as well as a huge contribution on the run D. I would love to give it to Justin Herbert. I think it's very, very close. But 3 sacks, plenty of tackles for loss. And I think it's kind of fun that we're holding a ball signed by Joey Bosa, and that's going to act as the game ball for Joey Bosa this week. 3 rushing touchdowns, also really insane, but Joey Bosa really set the tone on defense, and the Chargers, allowing 28 points, still Joey Bosa put us in a good position to make sure the Steelers couldn't catch up. So that's going to be the game ball for me. Ducks is the chat yells at me. Yeah, man. I mean, it could be Justin Herbert every single week, but I think Joey Bosa, 3 sacks, heck of a performance, should be a lot of fun. And then all those QB pressures. You cannot forget about QB pressures, man. It seems like Joey Bosa was in there almost every single play, double covered for the most part too, getting in there to force a bad pass. So next week, guys, get ready for week 12 versus the Denver Broncos. That should be an interesting game. This one's going to be at Denver in Mile High, and that's going to be followed up by the Bengals and the Giants. Guys, if the Chargers can beat the Broncos, I'm pretty confident that we can beat the Bengals and the Giants. The Chargers at that point, that would put them at what, 9-4? That would be a fantastic record to go into the last portion of the year, which does get a little tough for Kansas City Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders. Those are okay opponents, but the Texans, I think we got them too. So I don't know, man. It should be very interesting to see what happens here as we close things out. Hail Mary. What do you guys think the record's going to be in Sim Sundays? Now that you've had like a nice, sample size of 11 weeks here on the channel with this, what do you guys think the record's going to be at the end of the season? And again, this is the schedule to close out the season. Broncos, Bengals, Giants, Chiefs, Texans, Broncos, Raiders. Let me know. Hey, we got a member of the crew here, Slad23. Welcome to the crew. Thank you so much for the support. Guys, throw in some emojis, some emotes from the channel. Welcome, Slad, to the crew, man. Appreciate all the support. As far as records, I'm seeing 12-5, 11-6, 12-5, 11-6, 10-6, 17-0. The sale ship's already sold for that one, my friend. Very exciting stuff, man. Very exciting stuff. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations to the Chargers and Sim Sundays. Now a 6-4 team. My goodness, dude. This Sim series is flying by so quick. They're going to look to continue that next week against the Broncos. Tall order there. Division opponent. You never know what's going to happen, but after that, again, kind of smooth sailing until we hit the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director. We'll see you next time, and as always, bolt up and stay frosty. Action.